And we are live. Welcome in, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are ready for a pretty freaking awesome matchup here. We've got some great, very strong competitors. This is match number 3 of the tournament for week 2. The winner of this match will be progressing to the semifinals where they will face off in a 4-person bout to try to see who can go to the finals. In that, the first place and second place competitors will be able to progress into the final match. So this is going to be a very interesting match to see who is able to be able to go and compete into that next week. We are joined again by some amazing, very strong competitors. We have Aggie the Aggie, Rambler-Ring, and Gustav Gable. If you guys can one by one give us a little introduction about yourself, give us an example of what you're looking for today and what you are hoping not to see. Aggie, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Yo, hello. Hello, everyone. I'm looking forward to nobody finds a great run but me. Everybody gets stuck on a boss and I first try it and I win.
Are there any bosses that you are hoping to see today and any that you are hoping not to see?
Uh, it's just all Falling Star Beast everywhere.
Just
Falling Star,
everything Falling Star Beast?
Falling Star Beast, yeah. And Hydra everywhere.
Okay. Rambler, let's move on to you. What are your hopes and dreams for this seed? What
Well,
enemies are you hoping to see, and what bosses are you hoping not to see?
I hope a bingo board suddenly appears and then I can play my best. But outside of that, I hope the great runes are in weird locations that I will check first because I don't know how to do this. And obviously, I would not like to see some specifically some DLC bosses. But if push comes to shove, please give me Mesmer. Don't give me PCR. Don't give me Senesex. I can't do that shit.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay.
Damn
And
straight.
Gustav, what are you hoping to see in today's matchup and hoping not to see?
Hi, I would like to see Malenia.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm all against Senesex. I fucking hate this guy.
You know
But
the
It
Malenia is
gave
introduction.
great.
everybody some trouble yesterday for sure.
Ah,
Senesax is a very difficult, annoying to fight boss. So
Oh, yeah.
okay,
No,
well, who's
the
a
introduction of PCR into the game made me happy when I see Millennia. You know,
nah, dude. I haven't fought Millennia in a year.
Hooser, is there anything that you are hoping to see today and not to see as a co-commentator? And you are actually one of the competitors in the semifinals, heading, trying to see who's gonna head into the finals. So, what are your thoughts and who are you hoping most likely to win this matchup that you can see to face off in the next match?
Well, I can't give biased commentary, Ginger. You know that.
I'm
I
just saying,
mean,
as a competitor,
I just want chaos.
chaos is
You gave
good.
me a horrible seed yesterday. I want it to be worse, and
I
I
ooh,
want pain and suffering.
asking for worse than yesterday's seed is a lot because yesterday's seed was hands down the worst seed I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
I don't think I've seen a worse seed in all of Rando. So that's gonna be hard to beat. If that does somehow happen, that'll be wild. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and give the players their seed here.
oh please.
There you guys go. You have my seed. And again, everybody, this is a matchup to really keep an eye on because the winner of this matchup will be progressing into the semifinals matchup, where it is a 4-person bout all against each other, hoping to be the first or second place. Will be able to progress into the final matchup. So this is a very important matchup to pay attention to. So I'm looking very much forward to it. And do not count any of these players out. All 3 of these players are very skilled players, very good at the game. So it'll be a very, very interesting matchup to see.
Yeah, I mean, Aggie's so good he reads the logs, right?
Yeah, I'm
He knows
nothing without
exactly
those
what.
monologues.
Yeah.
Nothing without them.
You see, yes, yesterday's seed. Even if I read the logs, I would not finish in 3 hours. So
Yeah, yesterday's seed was absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see something slightly brutal like that. At least 60% brutality of that seed would be wonderful to see here today.
oh my
I
God.
want 200%.
You think
Aggie
that should be a new
and
slider?
Rambler, whenever you guys can go live, I would appreciate it, and then I can pull you up. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
try
still
not to
open.
make the mistake that I made yesterday. If you guys do typically play stream music, I would ask you not to, because when I switch over to full screen on you, we like to get your guys' thoughts and stuff. So we like to have your stream unmuted, and if you have music that would affect my display, so.
Yeah.
But I'm streaming in German. So what do you think about that?
I
Das ist gut.
I don't know if it would track the German music, so.
No,
But
no,
we,
I mean
Would.
like,
No, no.
are
oh,
you still willing to hear me?
yes,
Because I
yes.
was
We do still like to hear you speak in the German. Same thing with Sirius
All right,
yesterday.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
People enjoyed just kind of hearing him rambling off in German.
Yeah.
We don't quite understand what is being said, but occasionally you guys throw in an English word, and we kind of have an idea of what you're saying, so it still works.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
And we
I
all
took.
understand Scheisse.
Look, Gustav, I
Yeah.
took 2 years of German in high school, and my friend who sat next to me totally didn't carry me through that class, so I definitely know what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Das finde ich gut.
Das ist good, yes?
Das ist gut. All right, are we allowed to watch the classes
Yeah,
already?
yeah, you can go ahead
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
look over the classes and everything. I just need to see the Vagabond, which I do, so we are good on that note. Rambler, Aggie, please tell me when you are live. That way I can
Ooh.
refresh the...
I am live.
Okay.
I'm live. I'm live.
It's an easy pick.
Hold up. One moment. There we go. We're hearing myself multiple times. I apologize.
Yeah, that's the worst. I hate it.
Yeah, I had to change one quick setting. Hooser, you're lucky I trust you, by the way. Yesterday, we went full screen on you, and we can hear myself in the background. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's cheating. He hears Ginger's commentary the whole time."
Yeah, no, so the thing is, here's what happened. I had your stream up and on another tab, I had my browser tab open, right? And I
Mhm.
had music on, and then I had your stream open just to like give you a lurk or whatever, but like not like on it. It was
Yeah,
just like in
no,
a
I
tab.
know what you're doing,
And
and I fully trust you.
and when I play in like the tournament games, I play music from my chat, but I don't actually listen to the music. So the browser source was picking it up, and I had no idea. Like, because at some point they were like, "We can hear Ginger," and I was like, I'm deafened in the Discord. Like, I'm trying to focus, y'all. Chill out." And then they're like, "No, like we can hear the commentary," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Oh, that's what I did."
Yeah, we went full screen on you when you were explaining it. You're like, "I promise I'm not cheating."
Yeah.
Dander says you're a cheater, though.
Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, I totally cheated, and that's why I went all the way to fucking Halleck.
Y'all.
Well, there was a great room there.
Yeah, that's true.
Is my Vagabond correct, Ginger?
Yes. Just waiting on Aggie to
I'm just
create a
waiting for live
character.
split
Yep, you're good.
to load up.
We got plenty of time, so no worries.
Also, I
Aggie's
was
just
muted the whole time.
Aggie just has to read the spoiler logs beforehand. You know, that's part of his pre-match
Yes.
ritual.
myself.
Dander, how
Seed
are
run.
you today, my friend? I hope you're doing fantastic.
Seed run style.
Been wonderful, Dander. Been wonderful.
Vagabond.
Vagabond is good. You guys are all good. You can name
Wait,
your character whatever you want to name it.
Wait, really quickly before we start, Rambler, is
Mm,
there any chance you can move your live split below the Great Rune display instead of on top
Oh,
of it?
yes,
So we
that
can
is
see it?
actually a really good call. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Rambler.
No, don't keep the great room display where it was. Don't move it.
Yeah. Put the great
Yeah.
room display back down.
Because there's the nameplate, so it was being covered. There
Like
you go.
this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got your guys' nameplate in the top right corner, so if you put anything in
Alright.
there, we won't be able to see it.
No problem. I was trying just to make sure that the item would be visible, like when you pick it up.
Aggie, will you be streaming your live split time as well, or will you just have it on your own screen?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Just
Do
straight up the
keep in mind though, Aggie, we will be able to see Gustav's and Rambler's time. We won't be able to see yours. So depending on where you are in the match, we may call you in to check your in-game time.
checking.
Yeah. But other than that, you guys should be able to stay just completely deafen. Like, we'll deafen you in the server, so don't deafen yourself just in case we need to talk to you. And other than that, I think we're good and ready to go. You guys all understand the rules. No stay skips, no scream cheating, no wrong warping, zipping, anything like that. No checking spoiler logs. And most important rule, have fun. Enjoy yourselves out there.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
But yeah,
Good
we
luck.
will go ahead and do a countdown. When I do the countdown, you guys can begin, and then I will take a few seconds. There will be kind of silence on our end as I then pull over and mute you guys.
All right.
And again, I will server deafen and server mute you guys, so there is no need to do that for yourself. So, yeah, if you guys are ready, we can begin.
Okay.
Aggie, if you can hover over yes, click finish and hover over yes, and then we will be able to. All right.
Yep, I'm ready.
Good
Ja,
luck.
gutes Gefühl,
Have
Chef.
fun. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
And there we go. They are all muted. We can talk freely.
Yep. Go ahead and make sure to start the timer, by the way.
Oh, yep. Thank you.
You are welcome.
It's going to end up way far ahead of all of them anyways.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
Gustav having a little bit of trouble picking up that item
Yep.
there. I don't know if his
I'm lost.
controls are messed up or...
Reset.
Reset. Time loss. Oh, no.
Oh, did Rambler get the sub 6-second door?
He did. 5.99. Wow. He's gaming.
That's how you know it's gonna be a good rando run.
Oh,
is if
yeah.
You get the sub 6-second door.
Aggie chooses to not quit out at the door. I think same as Gustav. I think he... Wait,
Is Gustav fighting the...
Why is Gustav fighting? Does he forget what this is? I think he's just so shocked at seeing it that he's like, wait, what is that? Look at his face. He's shocked.
Yeah.
He just had to send it for that fight real quick. Oh man. Oh, that's what I love about Rando. Even the players just act so random at times, and it's just so wonderful to see.
In Gustav's defense, that's not actually a boss. So.
True. So he was very confused seeing that there.
Yeah.
Speaking of bosses that aren't bosses, I would really love to see another Devonia. That would be fun to see again. I think that's a great
Devonia
addition.
almost screwed me, and I think it was the qualifier or whatever.
Yep.
Because I literally have no idea how to fight that thing. I was just praying. Yeah. Aggie pulls out the bow. I swear to God, if Aggie starts doing bow cancels, I'm going to lose it.
I think he very likely may.
Aggie, please don't bow cancel.
As you can see, Rambler is doing quite a few quit outs here.
Yeah, well, he also I think accidentally closed app or something. Did he quit out at the wrong door? Did he quit out at the third door though?
No, but yesterday I did see a player quit out at the third door after the elevator, yet they did not quit out at the first two doors. It was a very
The third door is a time loss.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but one of the players yesterday, one of you guys, I don't think it was you, Hooser.
It definitely was not me. Yeah.
It was either Sirius or Vakrosh. I want to say it was Vakrosh. They did not quit out at the first or second door, but at the third door they did quit out, which I was very surprised by, because that is, like you said, it's a time loss to quit out at this door.
It's quite literally the most suboptimal way to do it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
So I'm hoping to see a few DLC bosses in this seed, and difficult to find great runes.
I want Valiant Gargs into Godskin Duo and Consort into Metter. I want the worst seed of all time.
Honestly,
I'm
I am
spiteful.
hoping for a Melania somewhere in this
Yeah.
seed. I would love to see
Yeah,
a
it would be
Melania.
nice.
I don't think we've seen Melania. Oh, Great Stars at the Ruins pickup.
Ooh. I would just be using Great Stars.
Yep.
Unless I find a Somber.
Yep. No need to find any other smithing weapon. That is the smithing weapon for the
Yeah.
game. Unless, of course, you find Omen, like...
Also, there
the
is
Omen Caver.
Godskin Peeler from Kale.
Not a bad
I'm not
choice either.
Well, because of Grail.
Yeah, and we have seen Vakrosh choosing to kill Grayo a few times recently, and
I
it
think
has
if you-
paid off for him.
I think if you have Peeler, it's worth it.
I think so
'Cause-
as well, because it really
'cause-
melts through Grail.
It only takes about 60 seconds with Peeler. Maybe, let's say 90 between running there and actually killing him and collecting the runes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's worth it. Because you can get more health early on, which allows you to be more aggressive in the early fights. So having more health also, in a way, makes fights faster.
Yep.
Because you can play more aggressive and trade a little bit.
Yep. I do want to also keep everybody, make sure that you guys have noticed that each player did choose for their starting keepsake the Ritual Sword Talisman. Very
Oh.
overpowered starting talisman. And is
Yeah.
going to come in handy for all of them as long as they can keep their health at max.
Did Rambler pick up Great Stars, or is he just
I
permanently unlucky?
Don't believe he did. I don't think he chose to go through that area.
Rambles.
Now,
He's gonna be so
Rambler
pissed.
Rambler did tell me at the beginning of the match that he's going to be doing some odd checks to try to get a bit of an advantage over the other players. So we may see some
Yeah.
very interesting checks from him in this game.
I think that's kind of smart. Like, if you don't think you can beat someone, like, because in this game, someone like Aggie's gonna run the meta route, right? And if you don't think you can beat someone off the meta on the meta route, right? Like, just time wise, I do think for your chance of winning, right, given the situation, it's best to do off meta checks and basically do off meta checks until you get one from a super off meta check and then run the meta route.
Yep.
Because you're unlikely to get two, like, you don't need two off meta great runes, you just need one. So, like, I mean, something like early Dragonkin Soldier or something could be absolutely huge for Rambler if there is one there. Or
Yes,
early normal Moose.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, like, if you're just looking at like your average expected time or whatever, obviously that's worse. But you basically, in a situation where you're not the favorite, right? You gotta hope that some stuff goes your way, and that can include, you know,
Rambler fat rolling there. Gets
a
through it, though.
traditionally bad check paying off.
Yeah. And now, it is a very risky way to play it, especially when you are looking for 4 great runes and you've obviously got the shard bearer bosses can drop 2 themselves. It is a very risky play. In the rare instance, it could pay off, so we will see if that does pay off for him. And now, we don't know exactly how out of the way checks he's going to do today, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And he finds the golden scarab talisman as
That's
well.
actually pretty good.
Talismans are actually kind of cracked right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like,
And
you know,
the
you don't-
remembrance of Horalu. Oh my goodness.
I actually didn't know there was an item there.
And Radican's Scar Seal.
What the hell?
Let's see.
Any good
Fours.
smithing stones here? Fours.
Oh my goodness. And you can also see a huge difference in routing by each player here. Gustav choosing
Yeah.
to do the Limgrave checks while Aggie straight up rushes Liurnia and Rambler goes Kaled.
All of them pick up too many items. Just go burr.
Just go burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mistake that I was making for a very long time. I would already have the stones that I needed, but I was like, oh, but what if this place has a remembrance? Or what if I can
Yeah.
find more runes? And it's something that I've been able to kick for the most part, but I still occasionally struggle with. I've got very much a loot whore mentality when I play this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, like it's hard to kick it because like what is nice, like you need to know when it's just like not worth it. Like yesterday, and there will be some times when you do miss out on a really good item, right? And you just need to accept that though. But it's on average better
Yep.
because the odds of actually getting a useful item, especially in an area where you already have the stones. So like if you already have 1 through 4, the odds of actually getting a useful item in Liurnia is pretty low.
Yep.
Especially assuming you also have a weapon, right? Um,
So it looks like
so
Aggie
yeah,
already has his 1s and 3s for the
yeah,
Great Stars.
yeah. You can get 3s in Liurnia pretty easily.
And now he just has got his 2, so he has a +9 weapon
Wow.
already.
Yeah.
That's
You know
pretty wild.
that's the seed run teaches you how to read and analyze the logs really
Oh,
quickly, right?
Gustav finds a remembrance.
So Aggie knows exactly how to spot the smithing stones.
Yep. Gustav finds a remembrance in a place that I don't think either of the other
Yeah.
players are going to go. We're going to go full screen as
He also
Rambler is the first Great Rune check of the game.
Gustav also
And
just found it in there.
oh, did he? Wow.
Yeah.
And a
I
Golden
don't
Horn
expect
Tender.
him to use it, but yeah, he did find it.
Okay. And what does he find in this shop here?
Yeah, I think
there's a couple things.
I know Gustav is an amazing player, but I do think he's at a disadvantage here, just not knowing because I believe he's going Fort Height, right? Which
Yep.
I think we've realized, right? Like early Fort Height almost never works.
Yep.
Like yesterday when I went underground, I didn't even pick up the Fort Height Gray, so I was just like, screw it, I'm not checking Fort Height. If it's at Fort Height, screw me. But the odds are so incredibly low.
Which you were lucky on that choice because Fort Height had Rusty Key yesterday. So
yeah, well, I figured that out later because I later went and checked Rusty Key in my act of desperation. I mean, but yeah, I was just like willing because Fort Height's super low to have one because so one thing to think about, this has to do with like more advanced probability, but basically if you assume the odds of a great rune is the value of a check for a great rune is 1, right, to start. But then if there are
another
other
remembrance
items,
by Gustav.
but if there are other items that have to be there, so for instance, the Rusty Key has to be either at Fort Height or the Rusty Key vanilla spot, right? So it means that between those two checks, like you're only getting one actual Great Rune check, because one of the two has to be Rusty Key. And then that's even worse for a place like Fort Height because almost every key item in the game can spawn at Fort Height, most of which are useless, with the exception of discarded Palace Key and Moog's Medallion. So it just, I don't know the actual number, but it's just an incredibly low odds check because of all the different key items that can spawn there and have good probability to spawn there, most of which being entirely useless.
Yep. I do want to say one thing that's really paying off here for Gustav is he has found 2 remembrances.
Yeah.
And both of them, one I believe is a 40k and the other is a 30k remembrance. So he's got money this game for sure.
Which 2 does he have?
Oh wait, no. I think he has the Boar Rider and I think the Sunflower.
I think they're both 30.
I think 30, yeah. I was thinking of Rambler's Horaloo, which is 40k.
No, Horaloo is also 30, I think.
Is it really 30?
Yeah.
That's wild to me. It's an end, like literally second to last boss. That should for sure be 40k.
The only 40k one from base game is Radon. Everything
Really?
else is either 20, 30, or 50. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It was Divine Beast, and was it Gaius?
I saw Gaius for sure.
Yeah.
So the
Either way,
Gaius
he's got
one,
money.
the guy, I don't know the DLC like values as well. Gaius is 30.
Okay. Can you double check Horaloo for me? Because that
Yeah,
is
I just
wild to
double
me.
checked it. It's 30. I
That
know
is
for a
wild.
fact the only 40K one from base game is Radon.
Okay. That's
And then
weird to me because
and
Horaloo is so far later.
I think Elden Beast, Moog, Melania, and I believe Plassey are all 50. And then
We'll go full screen with Aggie as he is picking up a great rune check here. Dectus Medallion, Red Hot Wet Blade. Sadly, not really much to go off of there. He could put a flame enchantment on his weapon, but I don't think that'll be something that he chooses. You're more likely wanting to get like frost on that. That way you have the bleed and frost.
yeah, also to correct myself earlier, the only 50K remembrances from base game are Melania and Elden Beast. Radon is
I
then the
thought
second.
Rykard was 50.
Sprite card 50.
I believe Rykard is 50.
I just checked Moog and Plassey. They're both 30. Rykard is 50.
Okay.
The prices are so random.
The
Why is
prices are
Rykard's-
yeah, Moog should be 50 for sure.
Yeah.
I think Radon should be 30. Horaloo should most certainly be 40. I mean, that's literally the second to last boss in the base game. I understand Melania being 50. That's perfect for me. And I think Rykard should be 40 personally.
I think they made Rykard's 50 because they realized they made the most cracked weapon in the game and Blasphemous Blade behind his remembrance, and they're like, we gotta incentivize people to pop this thing.
Gustav very much balling in the money here with 60K already. He does pop them a little earlier than I would.
That scares the hell out of me. I have lost, like, he most likely will be fine, but I have definitely had games where I've been in this situation and died and lost a bunch of runes, and I'm not a happy camper.
Big screen on
point.
Aggie here as he does another great rune check. And he does find one. He finds Rykard's great rune.
Yeah. Did he? So I don't. It was Academy Key was not in the vanilla spot, right?
No, it was the Red Hot Wet Blade and something else that I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I think a Memory Stone or something like that. It was useless.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great check by Aggie. Also getting a sacred tier early. Like the first few sacred tiers are really, really helpful.
Dectus half.
Once
Thank
you
you,
get to
Ishin.
like,
that's what it was. It was a Dectus half.
Once you get to like +3, +4, it's fine, right? But the first few sacred tiers are just massive.
Yep. So we do see Aggie continuing to do item checks here. I think he is looking for those 4. He does find the Rotten Great Axe, which in my opinion is a very viable choice here.
Yeah, you could go with it over Great Stars. I think I'd rather take Great Stars though, especially if
I agree.
The biggest reason why is honestly in Rando, for me personally at least, I get into the most trouble when I have a very expensive weapon, and cannot invest in like health early, right? That's where I lose the most time. So even though the Great Axe is arguably a better weapon, it's fantastic. The amount of money it takes to get online would be highly concerning to me.
Yep. He's got a troll blocking the balloon here. He does find an angle, though. I do believe he's still looking for smithing 4s to be able to get Great Stars a little bit better, so that's why he's continuing to do checks here.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad choice.
This is why you do Caelid first.
See, and this is why I actually do like Liurnia first, because there are many times I do get out of Liurnia without ever needing to go to Caelid.
Yeah, but you're gonna go to when's the last time you went and never did a Caelid checks, right?
Yeah. You always do the Caelid checks.
In the Caelid checks, the items in Caelid are very much along the main path, right? So then you know exactly what you need when you get to Liurnia. and you can save time because Aggie right now doesn't know. Like you're highly probable to find fours in Kaled, so but Aggie doesn't know if he will or not. So he's like, "Well, I'm here now. I have to do these checks." Had he gone to Kaled first, he would have known. Like for instance, yesterday when I was playing, right, I was able to skip the Karia Manor graveyard because I already had a weapon and I already had my stones to +4 because I did Kaled first and I knew what I had, right? Had I not done Kaled first, I think I picked up a 3 or a 4 that I in Kaled that I didn't get at Liurnia at this point. So I would have lost an additional 60 seconds checking this graveyard.
Yep. Potentially more as well, because some of the other players did end up dying at that second graveyard there.
Yeah. Interesting. I see a lot of Somberstone pickups, but I have not seen a good Somber weapon at all. Like
Yeah.
I saw the Fox, but that's gross. Rambler, you have to jump. And he dies.
Oof.
Sag. He forgot you have to jump there.
He is the first death of this race so far.
I know exactly what he did. He crammed himself in the corner and tried to just torrent dismount. You can't. You have to jump.
I always dismount there. I always cram myself in that corner and I'm able to get the dismount off. It's risky, but that's typically what I end up doing there.
I can never get it off. Because it has to do with you can't dismount off torrent when you're on uneven terrain.
So Rambler is choosing to pivot and go to Albus here.
Yeah.
He did say he was going to do a little bit of odd checks. So he is doing this one a bit early.
Given the information that we now know, there's a 50% chance that this will be a Academy key.
Oh.
It's early.
You know, Dander, you're not wrong. Actually, technically, Gustav is the only one not to die. Because when you get punished by the Grafted Scion, it's not actually a death. He gets you to 1 health and it teleports you.
Yeah, he was just hospitalized.
Yeah, he was
chronically beaten down. Yeah. And I believe, is this going to be the first time we've seen Twin Maidens?
No, this is the second. I just missed it the first time. We'll go full
Sword
screen.
of Night, Stitcher. I think I see. Oh, wait, there's a sick Ash of War there. There's I believe it's kind of hard to see because I believe I have it in a lower quality right now, but I believe I saw the Ash of War from the DLC. It's basically Ghost Flame Ignition that from Death's Poker, and you can put it on a weapon. I believe that's it.
Ghost Flame Call. He is looking at it right now. Gustav is.
Yes, it's Ghost Flame Ignition, and you can put it on, or very similar to, and you can put it on any weapon. It's really good. It's really, really strong.
Did we see Rambler get the kill there? I didn't notice. It's Death's Poker on a different weapon. Gotcha. Okay, we will go full screen with Rambler as he chooses to talk to Albus. Iron Whetblade and Smithing Stone Bell Bearing. So we do now know that Academy Key is 100% at Loretta. And they do have an imbued sword key, Great Rune.
Yeah. And on that Ghost Flame Call Ash of War, I don't know if any... I just know it looks the exact same. I don't know if any of like the motion values or damage values or behind the scenes stuff is different. But, I mean, it is an insane Ash of War. Death's Poker is an incredible weapon strictly because of the Ash of War. The moveset on it is objectively worse than a standard greatsword. So, yeah, Ghost Flame Call is super strong.
So is it...
Good.
Sorry.
Putting that on Great Stars or something would be massive.
Now, is it the exact same as Death Poker's Ash of War, where you can create the different variants of it?
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know if the motion values or like any of the stuff behind the scenes are different, but I know visually it looks the exact same.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be, Gustav was very much eyeing it, and he has chosen to equip the Falks right now, so we will see if he decides to put that on a different weapon, or does he just continue to go with Falks?
Yeah. He does love Gustav loves his weird weapons. I mean, I remember the last game that I called, he used Claws of Night the entire time.
Yep.
He definitely likes kind of the off-meta weapons. He seems to be a big fan of like the Dex weapons. I know most of us are just, not intellectuals, and we just say big bonk go burr, right?
Big bonk, go burr, and it works.
Yeah.
I myself am quite the fan of bonk everything until it dies and
Yeah.
staggers. And oh, Rambler chooses to walk into the laser thinking it's gonna go
Yeah.
away. That lasts a lot longer than you think it does.
Yeah. It's such an easy. Also, that stuff like that's such an easy mistake to make, where it's like I did it yesterday as well. I died in that graveyard to something else.
Yep.
It's like, especially when you get in the loot monger mind, it's like, oh, I missed one item and it could be the thing that I want, but it's like heavily protected. You need to just know when to let go and
Yep.
just say like it's not worth it. The probability of death is too high, and like it's really hard because even if you are trying to be controlled and like limit your checks, you get to a graveyard and you're like, yes, graveyard, this is finally where I get to do all my checks. So even if missing out on like one or two items is, like kind of devastating.
Yep. And Gustav
But-
chooses to skip the grace here, which in my opinion is a very risky and dangerous play. Going into this area, I have died several times right next to that elevator. Just when you get a bad enemy there, it's rough.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Aggie
Also, we
did
have,
pick up Cane Sword, but he does have Great Star, so we'll see.
We have James and James together, the commentary duo.
Hi, James. He named his cat
Would you like-
after me. It's a little weird, but
Yeah, I
mean,
did.
I am a little bit humbled by it.
Would you like to say hello to the people? Is there anything you would like to say to
Hi,
us?
Amanda.
No.
No,
He's just
James
chilling.
is looking at something.
Yeah. He's actually being a good boy today, not
So
trying to just eat me.
I do think we are going to see Rambler go to the imbued sword key check.
Yes. Yes. I mean, if you're like Rambler's
No.
just going weird, my guess is that Rambler's trying to do either Ductus or Virgins.
Rambler does not go to it. He's actually going to the
Ah.
graveyard. I'm very
Yeah,
shocked by that.
My guess is Rambler's trying to go either Ductus or Virgins. It is risky to not go for Precipice in Makar, right? Especially if it is something. Mainly because all your opponents are going to do it. But in this case, where Rambler feels like he's trying to,
Yo, what's up,
he
SFF?
believes he's at a disadvantage in this race.
Yep.
So you actually want that. He wants to be doing, even if they're slightly worse, he wants to be doing different checks than his opponent, because the way that you analytically need to make that decision, it's hard to know, right?
Ooh.
Is you need to say
Rambler goes down again.
What's higher, the probability of me winning a straight up race against them, or the probability of the off meta Great Rune checks hitting?
Gustav dies on the ladder. And he did not get that grace, so he is going far
Wait.
back.
How? Wait, what's the last grace he got?
Wait, did it please? He might have got. Okay, he did get this grace. Okay, thank God. Oh my
Okay.
God, I was so worried for him.
Yeah,
That does put him behind
that's
Aggie.
a nightmare.
He did have a lead
You
on
gotta-
Aggie.
You got to be quick on the trigger with the quit outs.
Yep. Especially when you see a worm face running towards you like that, because
Yeah.
they can aim their vomit upwards at you.
Now, the only time you do not want to quit out right before a ladder is if there is a Miranda plant, because
Mhm.
then they will shoot their beams on you.
Aggie also, wait, he somehow lives, and how is he not death blinded?
Cheats.
But
He's a
speaking
filthy
of the
cheater.
Miranda Hooser, we actually saw that yesterday with Sirius in Elimer's castle. He went to go up the ladder, got attacked by a few things, quit out by the ladder, went to climb it again, and instantly the Miranda aggroed on him
Yeah.
and ended up getting the kill on him. And he had to go all the way back to South Raya Lucaria Gate and make that entire run again.
Yeah,
was
that
wild.
stuff where like Rando, like obviously he's really experienced, but I feel like
Oh.
in the I ran a DLC Rando last night. I feel like in the base game, especially in certain running sections,
Obviously
the,
changes things a little bit.
the enemies are just more abundant, right? and you can run into more instances like that, and it's where experience matters, right? Because once you see it 10 times and get your ass kicked off a ladder 10 times, you realize like, oh hey, maybe I should like not quit out right beforehand.
Gustav gets a very lucky quit out there. Almost died. Oh,
That's
but
why you
he
practice
spawned
your
in on the ledge. Somehow still gets up.
quit out again right here, Gustav. Just quit out. Just quit out. Okay.
Nah,
never mind.
he's good.
He's good. I spam quit outs. That's why I was so far behind. I was spamming quit outs every 10 seconds yesterday.
Rambler's still opting for interesting item pickup choices here.
Yeah, Rambler's checking way too many items.
I agree.
I think it's because he doesn't have a somber stone, a somber weapon that he likes, so he's trying to do extra checks.
Yep, and he also did not pick up that Great Stars that the other two players did.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point I would recommend him to just go up precipice, right? If I was in his position, I would go up precipice. If it's an easy boss, you can kill it with Banished Knight's Halberd +8. Alternatively, you could eat, and if it's a hard boss, then I'd actually go check Loretta.
We're going to go big screen with Gustav here as he ends up fighting either Lanciax or Senesax. Which one is this?
Senesax, 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 Senesax.
It's in the water either
Ich weiß,
way.
noch Senesax jetzt ist, ne?
Give me Senesax, come
Das
on.
ist
Lanciax.
Okay. Schaden geht
Damn it.
eigentlich, würde ich sagen.
Why is he doing such good damage?
Yeah, this damage is absolutely disgusting on this fight.
Oh, wow.
And for some reason, the boss is just sitting there walking in a circle. Finally chooses to
Yeah.
attack. Yeah, Faux is kind of OP right now.
Bullshit, aber okay.
Well, Falx just simply says, if it bleeds, I can kill it, and if it does not, then I will suck. It has Rivers of Blood syndrome.
Big lead.
I will also say, though, one thing about Elden Ring is I'm pretty sure when the game was designed, there's a multitude of buffs for multi-hit weapons, and especially multi-hit jump attack weapons. Like, with a full build, Falx is really good. It's just in a lot of the formats we are playing, right, you're unable to get, like, Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, plus Millicent's Prosthesis, plus the Thorny Crack Tier, plus
Ich würde sagen, das war ganz gut.
you know,
Makes very
Black
quick
Black
work of that
Feathers
boss.
and Jump Talisman. Like, like with a full build, you can apply so many different buffs to that, because you can get the 3 consecutive attack buffs, 2 jump attack buffs on top of like Ritual Sword or whatever you want. Like, it's a very strong weapon if you have a
Yep.
full build. It's just in this format or bingo, you're never getting a full build.
I'm confused as to why Aggie is still doing Limgrave checks here. He's doing a lot of item pickups here, and again very confused as to why. Because he does at the very least have a +10. Because I did see him pick up at least 1 smithing 4.
I mean, there's either two situations. Either A, he's broke, or B, he wants a somber for some reason.
Yeah, we
My
do
guess-
see
my
Rambler
guess is
approaching
that-
Precipice as well.
My guess is that he's completely broke.
Yeah, I think he definitely is broke considering his health level at the moment, but I'm very shocked to see this from him.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, honestly. Especially because if all you need is money, honestly, like, it sounds kind of stupid, but just bleed Grail.
Yep.
Literally just bleed Grail. Because yeah, I mean, based off the in-game timer of the others, like, Gustav is making really good time. I can't remember what it is with the. I can't remember, like, there are certain like times that I like to look for. So for me, like, if I'm in Altus, with doing Kaled, which Gustav did not, before 31 minutes, then that's really good. I think Gustav was in Altus in like 28 minutes or so,
Yep.
27. Kaled really doesn't take that long, so Gustav is on an amazing pace right now. Rambler as well. If he obviously he has Lanciax in his way, but he's done all the Kaled checks. My mark is 30 minutes, 31 minutes that I like to be, finishing Makar. And Rambler could hit that and is on a great pace. Aggie here, though, seems to be behind, right? He's not done Kaled yet. He's not done Altus. He's not gotten to Altus yet. And is just objectively behind at this point.
Yep. Now, if he does choose to go to this little lake where the bears are, which it doesn't look like he's going to, he would get a remembrance.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say I'm kind of surprised Aggie isn't. If you need items, do Kaled, right?
Yeah, at this point, Kaled would be his best option, especially considering if he is looking for... Oh, Rambler gets the quit out
Gets
to
spotted.
desktop. No? No,
Yeah, he
not
did quit
desktop.
out to dust. No,
No,
oh, it looked.
I don't
thought
think he did. Maybe he did.
Yeah, I mean, we say Ishii. I understand your point that it's unlikely that Rambler's Lanciax isn't likely to go as well, but if Lanciax just stood there, that could have been great RNG from Gustav, or it could have just been weird AI with the arena. If that is the case for Rambler, he can just sit there and tee off with spinning strikes.
Yep. It does look like Aggie is backtracking to the lake here.
Yeah.
Finds Mimicked here, and he's about to find the remembrance.
Actually, there's 2 golden horn tenders there.
Was that 2? I knew it was
Yeah.
at least 1. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
Those things are so nice.
very.
Like if you do use it on Radon, it's an extra 21,000 runes.
What I like to do is I use it on the gold free replacement and then just rush the Morgott replacement as fast as I can, and I usually am
Yeah.
fast enough to get it.
I typically will be a greedy little bastard. Oh, Rambler gets back in and immediately gets potted.
Oof.
4 Rambles. I will typically be greedy. I like to hold one just in case there's Moog, typically, because
Oh, yeah.
Moog gives I think it's 400. Is it 400k or
400k, and afterwards
Yeah.
you're up at 550 something k.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's 30%, so it'd
it's
be
astronomical.
Yeah, so you get an extra 120,000. I thought Moog dropped 420,000, but that might just be. It is 420,000.
Wait,
Elden
Aggie
Ring-
just did the charge attack talisman check. That is not a check you typically see in Rando.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm unsure what he's doing here.
Yeah. We'll definitely
wa-
have to ask him about all these Limgrave
Yeah.
checks that he's doing, because this is very uncharacteristic of him to continue to do checks like
Yeah.
this.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch the entirety of the last race that he was in. I watched the end of it. I did not watch like the beginning part of it. And I wonder if he is just like having a mental block and having like too much short-term
Oh.
memory.
Rambler goes
Where-
down trying to fight the enemies.
Yeah, but he does get a prattling pate, which is the important thing. Anyways, though, with Aggie, like it's possible in his last game, like he got screwed by a really good check or something. And then that can be like, oh, if I got screwed by a really good check, you can think to yourself, I have to do all the checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not like with Rando, there will be some games you just get screwed and you have to accept that.
Yep.
Right. You have to stick with your guns, your routing, and just accept that sometimes I'm going to get screwed.
Yep.
You know.
And when you do all checks like this each time, like you end up finding yourself really far behind time wise. When I first started playing the rando races, my setup was done and I finally started fighting bosses at like 43 minutes. And that is definitely suboptimal. I eventually got it down
Yeah.
to 30 minutes getting to Precipice. And then now I've got it down to sometimes I'm heading up to the Precipice
Yeah.
ladders at 19 minutes.
Yeah. And that also another part of that too. Like I do feel like with Rando in particular, it's one of those things where you do get faster with just doing rando races over and over again. Like, you can run any percent glitchless and all that stuff to, learn precise lines and whatnot. But you're never gonna have to deal with you have to get good at dealing with these crazy enemies on the fly, right? Knowing like just and there's so many enemies this game, but seeing like, okay, there's a rune bear, right? Like, this is how I need to manage my quit outs and my rolls to deal with rune bears and get past them in this direction, or insert X enemy.
Yep.
It's definitely a very learned skill.
So we do see Aggie now committing to the Great Stars. I think he still was looking for fours.
Yeah.
I don't know why he just didn't go to Kaled. Because you can find fours in Limgrave. I know you can find threes, but I think fours. I don't think you can actually.
In what?
In Limgrave.
I was told you can find fours in Limgrave. I've never seen them. Like, I've seen them sometimes because like there's that weird thing where sometimes every once in a while you'll get like even like a 9 in Limgrave. But I've never consistently seen fours there.
Is it Senesax?
He's afraid it's Cinesex.
Yeah.
He will be pleased. Yeah, his damage is definitely nowhere near that of the Falks. Particularly just because of how fast Falks can attack. Damage definitely isn't bad, though. We do see Rambler still struggling here in Precipice, trying to get past this pot. He does get past it. Gustav is doing the imbued sword key check. And I think Gustav will also go up to the deck disc check, which I don't think we've seen the deck disc check yet.
Yeah. Aggie's losing a hell of a lot of time here.
For sure. In this situation, Falks most certainly was the better choice in weapon.
Because you're not getting staggers against Ancient Dragons. They're really stupid.
I missed.
Because they have a normal dragon amount of poise, except they have 80% poise damage negation if you hit them on the body. And their head is way too small. I actually don't, in my personal opinion, if Ancient Dragons took a normal or even a reasonable amount of poise damage, they actually wouldn't be that bad. The problem is you're never ever getting a stagger.
Ooh, Aggie dies.
It's doable though. It's very doable.
Yeah, got unlucky. You don't want to stay in front of those guys. Or you can stay in front of them, but you don't want to be like right. You don't want to You don't want to have to iframe the claw attack, because then you'll get caught by the electric wave that comes right out of it.
We are going to go ahead and go full screen on everybody, big screen for everybody, because we do have Rambler also entering the fight with a Banished Knight's Halberd with Ice Spear. So not a bad choice in Ash of War. Weapon choice, not the greatest.
I mean, Frost is going to be good here.
For sure.
Rambler is definitely dreading this, though.
Ooh, that damage is quite chunky.
Yeah, Ice Spear is fantastic.
But as you saw, it took most of his blue there. Yeah, most of his FP bar there to use that attack. We will see Gustav pay attention here on the bottom screen, as Gustav is going to do the imbued sword key check in Kaled, which is the first. He's the first to do this check.
Yeah, Ice Spear is an incredibly strong Ash of War. It's something that I've seen no-hit runners use on for all bosses on Wormface in particular.
Sadly, nothing for him there.
I'm happy about that, though. I personally, I do like it if the Great Runes are on the main path. But I like to see them behind bosses.
Yep.
Make the players have to find bosses. I'm not a big fan of the seeds like we got yesterday, where it's just a war of random checks, right? But you know, it happens. It's part of Rando. It's part of the
Yep.
game, right?
Ooh, Rambler needs to be careful, and he goes
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. It's you know, it's frustrating at times, but it's also one of the reasons why it's fun. Like if you wanted the same thing every time, we'd just be running any percent glitchless races. But
Exactly.
you know,
It's
running random.
literally a different game every time you play it when you play Random
Yeah.
Seeds, and that is what I love about Rando so much.
Yeah.
It really is, Ishan.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining to watch. Obviously, I'm being very cliche by saying this, but it's so random, and I love it.
Yeah. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Ooh, Aggie needs to be careful here, and he's fine.
Yep.
Okay. He does get it.
Aggie
GG
gets
to
it.
Aggie.
Gustav has a command, and also, I will say this is very good for Gustav, because in my opinion, if Gustav was to lose a significant chunk of time anywhere, it would have been in his early game routing.
Yeah.
What? How is that not a hit?
Because I think Gustav is a very experienced
Motherfucker.
rando racer, but I know, you know, he played in the Randomania League where they were doing DLC, right?
Yeah, I can turn Rambler down.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Rambler's doing really well, actually. on this
He
fight,
he
though.
really is.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's so annoying. Honestly, the Banished Knight's Halberd is really not that bad.
No, it's doing better than Great Stars
Yeah.
did at this point.
Great Stars, I will say, like
Ooh, that damage was so juicy. Holy cow.
the actual base damage
Ooh.
on Great Stars is not as high as you would expect for how good of a weapon is. What makes it fantastic is the bleed and the stance damage.
Mm-hmm. I just want to note here really quickly, if you saw what Rambler just did there, right after the boss fight finish, he switched from his, you know, attack you, give me more damage talisman to the golden scarab talisman to get those extra runes. And that's just something
Yeah.
with Rambler. Like, he is very technical about a lot of stuff that he does. That's why he's such a really, really skilled bingo player. And it just kind of really shows here because I've had that before, and I typically just forget that I even have it. But
Yeah.
he kept that in the back of his mind the entire time and was like, nope, I need to equip this, get those extra runes. And we
Yeah.
do see Rambler immediately pivoting to Radon, so he's actually kind of right on Gustav's tail here.
Yeah, I think you know, Rambler is a fantastic Elden Ring player in general, and I
Oh, yeah.
know like, you know, Bingo or Rando has been giving him you know, a few troubles, but I honestly think the reason why is because Rambler is an incredibly conservative individual from like a winning perspective, obviously not talking about politics or anything. And you know, likes to play stuff safe. The reality though is in Rando, you just have to go aggressive
Yep.
and hope that it works out for you.
Yep.
And because if you play safe, you're always gonna be just way too
Uh-oh.
slow. Aggie has to
Aggie.
quit out. Quit out. Quit out. Quit out. Quit out.
Oh
quit
my
out. He's gonna
goodness.
die.
I've never actually seen that before.
Also another dragon here. Gustav entering into
Ist
Radon.
hier in der
It
Richtung noch
is
ein
the
Item.
DLC Drake.
Da? Nee.
I think we will see Fox
See,
just
it's
really kind of shred here again.
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't know if he upgraded his weapon at all.
Junge, der Schaden.
Actually,
Okay.
Der
damage.
DLC-Gegner, Chat.
Not nearly as good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
come on.
he just gets these dragons somehow in these little like walking loops where they're not doing anything.
He just whispers sweet nothings into their ear, you know.
Yup.
Huch.
He speaks to them in German.
Ooh, big stagger.
Yeah.
Da war mehr drin, ne?
Yeah, Gustav also he's very, after seeing him use this weapon in quad, he's very adept at using these multi-hit weapons,
Nicht mal auf
right?
mich.
Whether it be like these dex heavy weapons, whether it be claws, whether it be,
Oh.
folks or, something of that nature.
Aber
Big
easy
lead
Kampf, ne?
rock on the head
Würde
there.
ich sagen.
Rambler is also entering the fight, so we will go ahead and stay full screen on Gustav since he was the first to enter and closest to finishing, and then we'll switch over to Rambler as soon as he's done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of getting trolled here. Drake Dragon pulling an Agile.
I mean, honestly, if there's any chance this is a double crater in here, Gustav could be on a world, could get in ridiculous time
Yep.
because he's on a very good pace right now.
Top.
Let's see. He
Okay,
does
erste
find
Great
one.
Shit. Let's fucking go.
He finds one.
This is good for Rambler too, because he's literally right on his tail. Gustav does have a little bit of a lead because he did make it to the merchant before DTS, and has very much so the better weapon in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very long fight gonna be a long fight for Rambler, and you lose so much time on fights. Yesterday I played a little bit of DLC Rando off stream with Snowy and Nexus and them, and Snowy was trying to figure out where he lost time, and we were just like timing his fights, and we're like, this is where you're losing time. Like the fights take a very long time. They don't feel long because you're mentally engaged.
Yep.
Rather than running sections where you're kind of just like, I want this to be over, this sucks. But yeah, they really don't take long, or they really do take a long time, these fights.
I think if Rambler were to give himself just one blue here, he would be much better off. Sorry, I meant to go full screen on Rambler. We are there now, though. Oh, he misses the jump headshot there.
That's so annoying how you just like jump through their face.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was actual collision on the head when you jump.
I'm getting a lot of weird feedback from Ramblers. Go ahead and refresh him. Yeah, that's just, it's something to do with Rambler's stream for some reason.
Yeah.
So I do apologize about the bad sound. If you guys need me to, I will. Nice kukri throw.
Yeah. Taking lessons from his bingo rival Ra with the kukri finish.
I still remember Raw doing that in
Yeah.
he was trying to kill her. I think it was something only, some type of weapon
Yeah,
only.
it was like remembrance weapon only or
Yup.
colossal only, and then
Yup.
he just goes kukri finish, and then I think I was roughing that game or something.
Yup.
I was like,
You were.
Ra.
Yeah, I was so sad for him because he was so happy at kukri finish.
Yeah.
Oh man, and I was so confused as to why you were calling it a mismark for a moment because I didn't catch about the fact that he did the kukri finish. I was like, oh, that's right.
Yep. But yeah,
So-
I did I just see Gustav getting his Falks up to +7?
It falls to
think-
+7,
yeah.
and he's also upgrading his great stars as well. So
Yeah.
he is choosing to get a few things online here for himself.
And he puts determination on those with the quality scaling, which is going to be good for him. He definitely wants the dex scaling on the great stars since he's running Falks, which is primarily scaling with dex.
A very interesting choice here by him. He's going Stormvale Castle instead of going to
Yeah.
Capital. He has 2 great runes. He should be pushing Capital at this point.
I'm just seeing his rune count. It says he only has 1.
Oh, did he
Is
not? Okay, it must have been Aggie and Rambler that went to Imbued. I guess Gustav did not go Imbued.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do apologize, guys. I was wrong. I thought Gustav had 2. I guess I'm thinking about Aggie and Rambler. So Rambler will actually be the first to Capital here. His kind of paying off for him, his decision to kind of go a little bit weird with his checks. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say they have been super weird, but... Oh my god.
This merchant has 5, 7, and 9.
That
5,
merchant
6,
is
7, and 9.
insane.
See, this is why people always make fun of me because I check the Altus merchants. Like I go the left route of Altus to go to the bridge merchant. That's why these Altus merchants can almost
Yep.
always they have some sort of solve machine.
Well, and I've adapted that
Beispiel, da
into
wäre
my
natürlich die
routing
andere
as
Waffe
well. I
besser.
always go to that
Auf jeden
left
Fall.
merchant because it gets you close to Elmer, it gets you that merchant, and then you just run up the hill and you get the other merchant as well.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful routing.
Ich habe jetzt
and
gerade
I
extra
used to
Jumping
always go
Tattoos
through
gemacht.
Tree Sentinel
Huch.
Duo as well, and
Zufall?
it just is not the play.
Yeah. Yeah, most players run through Tree Sentinel Duo and like get the golden seed checks and stuff.
Yep.
I don't go that way. I go the left route.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, I started doing that as well because of you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's a
really
little
been working out.
It's a little bit longer, but you get an extra merchant check.
Yep.
And you do miss out on a few item pickups, right? Like from the golden seed trees, but you also get an extra couple along the way. Like I think in terms of the item pickups off the ground, you're only losing about 2 or 3.
Yep.
And you get the merchant.
I think I've actually calculated. I think you're only really missing out on 1, maybe 2 items. Because
Yeah.
there are other items on the way. You got right before the golden tree leading up. You've got another item in a little encampment. So there's 2
Yeah.
items there, and then you've got the other items that you would normally pick up. And then when I see people go DTS, they typically skip a couple of the other items along the way as well. And so it pretty much evens out in terms of on the ground item pickups, but you're much better off because that merchant, as you see,
Yeah.
can be absolutely disgustingly cracked.
Yeah, the Altus merchants just have they sell a lot of stones.
Yep.
Oh, and Gustav didn't kill Gostok.
Oh, so he's trapped in this room for now.
Yeah. And this is an annoying enemy.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually gets it though.
I am surprised to see him going Rusty Key, but
Well, he already did Fort Height, right?
well, he
Or
did
did he
not
not?
get Rusty Key here, so if he did Fort Height and he got Rusty Key there, then he should have known not to go here. Or actually, no, he should have known to go here. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So I sometimes get them a little mixed up, but yeah.
Yeah, I will say though, I don't think this is the time to do Stormville. I think you either do Stormville early because of the item checks along the way, or you do it late, or you do it post Morgoth because Margaret's dead.
Yep.
It is a very good check though. I fell into this trap. It feels longer because of this running section, but it's really not that bad.
Oh,
Like it's a
and
lot
Aggie-
of running.
good.
It's a lot of running, but like the Godric fight's really fast. Like there's no other fights in the way. So it's really not a bad check whatsoever. Does he also have a 2 or was that 3?
Yeah, I think it's like a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We did see Aggie there pick up the Horaloo remembrance, and he got the one at Dectus Lift as well, so he does have 2 remembrances in his pocket.
Yeah.
Rambler is really hoping for some type of somber weapon here. I think he's gonna go with Claws of Night.
Sword of Night.
Or Sword of Night, sorry.
Sword of Night's actually not a bad weapon. It's pure. Its damage
wechseln.
output isn't crazy high, but it's pure dex scaling. So you can get a lot of the dex. Also, Gustav here. I actually love
Yep.
Gustav's setup
Yeah.
because he had a strike weapon combo.
Deswegen
with
machen wir
a
das.
hit weapon is so good.
The only thing I don't like about it is one weapon requires a lot
Aw.
of dex, while the other requires a lot of strength.
Except he has quality scaling.
Oh, okay.
On the
That was smart of
Great
him.
stars.
Weird.
Like obviously you'd prefer keen, right? But
Yep.
quality's much better than standard.
Yep,
Digga.
yep.
Leicht genervt.
I mean, he's got big damage coming from this for sure. And he does get the fight here. Does he find a great rune?
GG's an der Stelle.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Gustav.
He does
Wieder
not.
nix.
Now we will see Rambler here committing to the DTS play because he does have 2 Great Runes right now. He is the only player with 2 Great Runes.
Yep.
He does. It doesn't look like he does because he just hasn't updated his board.
I think because he moved it, it's not lining up, and he just said screw it.
By the way, Hooser, I have noticed you miss this item a lot. I don't know if you know it's there, but typically
I figured it out.
Yeah, okay. It's like
Yeah.
hanging off the cliff there. I typically see you go up there, but then you just go past it every single time.
Yeah.
Another ancient dragon along the path to DTS.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a sign that we'll see Senesax again.
I can't wait for Senesax into Lanciax into Senesax at Radabeast.
Oh man, that would
or
be
better
disgusting.
better yet, Senesax into Fortisax.
Oof. I would love to see it though, honestly. We'll go big
Senesax
screen
and
with Rambler
Fortisax.
as he approaches
Who is it?
DTS.
Also, I like this play from Gustav going into Raya to get into Academy.
Yep.
Or sorry, into not Raya, Carrier Manor. My apologies.
Rambler does need to be careful. This guy kind of chunking with the damage on him.
I, knock on wood, have full faith in Rambler. I mean, he fights these guys all the time in bingo.
Yep.
Rambler wants bingo bosses. If Rambler gets bingo bosses, Rambler's chilling. Interesting that he switched here to this. Oh, yes, because he wanted the Frost proc
Yep.
and then switched to the Sword of Night. He's too smart for even myself.
And then pay close attention because we are going to see him again switch his talisman.
Ow.
Oh!
Okay.
Never mind, he dies.
That was bad.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
But I just wanted to try to get both stats effects. And I'm not
Unfortunate.
desperate.
Because of the weapon swap, he didn't have an
Stacko.
opportunity to heal.
Yep.
Which hurt him. Also, Aggie switched to America's Hammer. I actually like this a lot. I like America's Hammer. It's good.
Interesting choice. He did not have a somber, so I mean, hey, if it works, right?
I think it's pretty good. I think holy damage weapons are overhated, in my opinion. They're just more volatile. Like there are some fights where they are pretty bad, like Malekith, Radagon, and Elden Beast, but there are also other fights where they're just broken.
Yep.
And there are a lot of really good holy weapons, right? Like Marika's Hammer, Soluria's Tree, Ordovis's Greatsword. People just don't really try them because Holy gets such a bad rap because it is objectively horrific for any percent. But when you're doing stuff like this where it's random bosses, it's good.
Yeah. In random, holy damage can be your best friend. Now you are going to get, you're pretty much guaranteed to encounter something that's not holy, or holy resistant, sorry, but you're
Yeah.
less likely.
But you're also very likely to run into something like a Deathbird, which is going to get melted, so it evens itself out, and yeah.
Nice, habt ihr gesehen, wie ich gesprungen bin und
And so
dabei
I think
verletzt wurde?
Rambler no longer
You know.
needs to switch, so I think he did find a talisman pouch. So as you saw, he did not switch to the golden scarab there, because I think he just doesn't need to anymore.
What am I watching?
Gustav not making quick work of
Yeah,
the Theodorix.
he mistakenly got a riposte there on him, which was not his intention, as you saw by his reaction.
Ah, jetzt schleimt hier alles voll, ey.
Oh my god, that damage!
Yeah, Gustav is cooking, man.
Crazy.
The problem is like just
Okay,
his.
that's the key.
He's obviously like you can see it. Like his ability is on display.
Yep.
I think it's just the familiarity with base game Rando because he does so much. He's done so much DLC Rando. He's actually Sirius's teammate in Randomania, and I don't know the final placing, but I know
Boar,
they did
thank you so much for the
incredibly
follow,
well.
by the way. Welcome
They
to the
they
Ginger
beat
Army, my friend.
Little Aggie and Catalyst at one point in the playoffs, and it just I think not just realizing how quick the imbued key check is. Right?
Yep. Now he does go Albus here. He's just missing that one check at Imbued Sword Key. Maybe he'll pivot here to Imbued before going into Academy, but we'll see what he decides to do. Rambler did, by the way, pick up a Somber 9 in the entrance into the capital, so he is only looking for an 8, and then he will have a +9 Sword of Night, which will be absolutely insane. No, this is not the DLC. This is a regular base game rando race with DLC enemies and bosses included into the pool. So you will encounter a lot of DLC enemies and bosses, but there is nobody's going to go to the DLC. Now, in another tournament, I do plan on including DLC either as a just straight up DLC race, or we may even just do a base game DLC tournament, which I think could be pretty fun. But I haven't really decided exactly what I want to do with the next tournament. I have beat the DLC, yes. So big moment here for Gustav. If he decides to go to Imbued Sword Key, he will be on his way to Altus and right on Rambler's Tail.
Yeah.
If he chooses to go into... Nope, he just straight up chooses Academy. So he needs to hope for a Red Wolf Great Rune, or hopefully pretty soon after that. What do you mean by DTS skip?
I assume he means cheesing him off the ledge.
Yeah,
That's not allowed. Yeah, that's allowed,
cheesing
yes.
bosses off the edge is allowed.
Yeah.
We actually saw it yesterday with Sirius as he
Yeah.
cheesed Commander Nile off the edge.
But yeah, this is it's a glitchless event. So
Yeah.
there's no glitches or sequence breaks.
Yep.
So like Noble skip is not a glitch, but it's a sequence break. Same with the Rena's Rise skip. So those are not allowed.
Yep.
We can go. Aggie here is fighting the Drake. This will be
Yep.
his second Great Rune if he's able to take the Drake down.
Now, I will say his damage is not the greatest, but I mean, this boss is really tanky here, so hopefully the weapon does pick up in later fights. And yeah, like Cruiser said, a lot of skips are allowed, but as long as they don't break a sequence or glitch the game in any way, then they're pretty much allowed. But anything that would break the game or cause any glitches to happen, those are not allowed.
Yep. Yeah, basically you're allowed to do skips that save time in overworld traversal or something like that, but you cannot literally skip a part of an otherwise mandatory part of the game.
Yep. And Pentachun, I have only beat Consort Radon one time. So I'm not the best person to ask about that, but Hooser has practiced the boss many times.
I mean,
so he knows what he's talking about when it comes to
look, Consort's an incredibly difficult boss. For the most part, it's just you're gonna have to learn him.
Yep.
If you do literally just want to beat him in the most efficient way possible, grab Fingerprint Shield, grab Ansport Rapier, and just block and poke him to death.
Yep.
That will work. But otherwise, yeah, he's a very difficult boss.
He's all you got left in your rune level 1. Yeah, I'm worried about doing a rune level 1 in there. I know that when I do that, people are gonna want me to do rune level 1 0 Skadu, and I'm just like, oh, I'm dreading that so much. We'll go big screen here with Goose. Actually, we are gonna stay big screen with all players because we do have Rambler also entering a fight as well.
Yeah.
Another ancient dragon, by the way. Rambler finds the full-grown Falling Star Beast, while Gustav is fighting a Ghost Flame Dragon. Now the question is this the one that summons the ads or not?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's crazy how tanky these guys are. Also, another tanky boss with the full-grown Falling Star Beast.
Yep. Rambler making quick work of it. He has fought Falling Star Beast so many times, particularly because of Bingo. Now, granted, he has not fought the full-grown Falling Star Beast all that often, but it's mostly the same moveset with a couple of changes. We are going to go full screen with Gustav as he is the first to finish his fight here in just a moment. And then we'll go back to full screen with Rambler. Does Gustav get a great rune? He does not.
Like 3 left.
Yeah, just forgetting about that immunity check is killing him.
Yep.
Maybe he will remember it once because he's going to think, oh, check Raya immunity. And then he might be like, oh, shit, I totally forgot the immunity, the other immunity. Go back.
Mm-hmm. Now, he's definitely not in any way in trouble at the moment because we do not know where any of the other great runes are. Unless Morgott happens to have one and Rolt has one, then he is in massive trouble. Yes.
Not the Academy imbued key, the Belfry's imbued key.
Sorry, I was meaning that it is an imbued key check, but yeah, the tower bells.
The Belfry's imbued key has one. Both Aggie and Rambler already have that and are ahead. That being ahead in terms of count. That being said, though, Gustav is ahead on checks. He was significant. Honestly, he's been significantly outpacing them, but has just missed the crucial check so far.
And that is the joys of Rando. Even when you're doing absolutely better than your opponents, you could get unlucky and not find a great rune that the others found.
Yeah, because I gotta say, Gustav's been playing lights out today. Just unfortunate to not do that check. Whether he either forgot about it or just decided not to do it.
Rambler doing really well here against this Falling Star Beast, just making really quick work of it.
Yeah, Rambler knows his Falling Star Beast very well. Very important bingo boss. Was actually did very well on the Falling Star Beast % speed runs. He was a big proponent actually of adding full-grown Falling Star Beast as a bingo square. Big fan of this fight and executing beautifully here.
Oh, he just misses on those thigh gaps, but he does finish off the fight there. Well done to Rambler. Does choose to use a golden foot here and will hopefully be able to get that off on the Morgott fight as well, which is a strat that I was saying earlier. We do have Gustav also fighting a boss here with the Renala. And we find Consort stage 1.
Oh, full screen, full screen, full screen.
Wenn ich schätzen würde. Ja. That's alright, sollten wir wahrscheinlich auch so hinkriegen.
Here we go, Gustav. Show us what you got, dog.
Yep.
I mean, the good news is he's going to be pretty squishy.
Oh,
we
das
love to
ist
see
langsam.
Consort.
Yeah, Fox is doing a good amount of damage here.
Interesting, Chat. Ja, jetzt ist schade, dass wir keinen.
Yes, Consort Radon does bleed.
Stark für den.
I'm pretty sure every status effect works against him except for Madness.
Yeah.
I think Madness, sadly, just does not work the way that it should. I think you should be able to.
Die Roll Attack ist ganz schön langsam. Überraschend langsam.
It's really only a PvP status, which is kind of sad. Thank you, User.
Also ich hätte ihn trotzdem lieber geblockt, bin ich ganz ehrlich mit euch.
Gustav doing really well here against this fight. As you see, Rambler is also doing really well against this fight. Very well done, and he does not get another Great Rune.
Yeah.
Schade.
This is tough scenes for Gustav, man.
Yep. He needs
really
to
well
pivot
the
to the
second half.
imbued, but he doesn't know that.
Holy.
Well done, Rambler. As you can see, he does still get that golden foot extra runes along with the golden horn, golden scarab. So he got a massive amount of runes there.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't go Godric.
Rambler came to game today. Sadly, no great rune for him, but maybe he'll get one here at Rolled. And now this is very big and pivotal moment for Rambler here, as he needs to hopefully make some big plays and get another great rune.
I mean, Gustav should. I really do think Gustav's still in the lead, assuming he at some point checks the key. Like, if
Yep.
he just never checks the imbued key, then obviously not. But I'm
He-
assuming at some point he will.
He is going
Because
Liurnia imbued now, so
yeah,
maybe, like you said, that'll
because
remind him.
yeah, like logically for Rambler here, your next steps. So actually you can run to rolled. I actually think it is optimal to run to rolled first. I forgot to do it yesterday. But that being said, once you kill Morgott, I think you immediately rush Stormveil, and then after that you should go to Academy. Those are checks that Gustav has already done. So even though he is behind 1 on the Great Rune count, he's been keeping up excellent pace doing these checks, and these are checks that Rambler and Aggie are most likely going to do.
Yep.
So because of that, this game is going to even up. I really would not be surprised if Gustav is ahead, as long as he picks up that imbued key.
Yep.
If he doesn't pick it up, it is what it is, right?
Now, Rambler's hope is to find some late game stones along this path to rolled, and also just kind of help himself not have a massive running section. A lot of players have been doing this to, 1, get items, and 2, just kind of help themselves to keep their pacing of, I've been killing bosses, I don't want to stop killing bosses to have to do a massive running section. Now, Gustav does not find a great rune. It was a sacred tear and a memory stone. So sadly, just not paying off.
Please remember,
for him.
Gustav. He doesn't. He's going to Volcano Manor.
Oof.
This is tough.
Yeah, this is tough to watch because he's just completely forgetting about that imbued sword key.
And literally, that imbued sword key takes assuming he has the grace from behind behind Academy key.
Does he still get teleported?
He should. I think.
He died before he got to the point.
He
does. Okay.
Died in a weird. Yeah, I've died in a weird spot there a few times and gotten teleported every time.
So we will go full
Aggie's
screen here on Aggie.
Yeah, walking into the full ground.
Ooh, takes a big hit there.
Wow.
Gustav is about to enter Noble here as well.
Yep, so we will go back to big screen on all players as we have 2 boss fights on the screen in the top left and in the bottom. Beastman Duo. Doing big damage to the first one, but he is getting sniped by those daggers from the second one. Ooh, and he gets the first one down. He does take a lot of damage, but... But the rest of this fight should be pretty easy. We will go full screen to Gustav, because this is a great rune check. Oof.
Oh.
He be struggling. So right now we've got quite the difference in weapon choices. No players are using the same weapon. We've got Aggie using Marika's hammer. We've got Rambler using the Banished Knight's halberd and the Sword of Night as a combo, one with Frost and the other with Bleed. And then we've got Gustav using Falks and occasionally Great Stars. Sean, welcome in. Woo! Aggie gets very lucky on that dodge there. Big stagger. Very big damage there by Aggie.
This has been an incredibly long fight, though, I must say.
It has been. And he gets it. Well done, Aggie.
Nicely done there, Aggie.
We also see him switching to the golden scarab talisman there very quickly.
Yeah.
Very nice play by him.
Yeah, I mean, Aggie, man. You can check the logs all you want, but it can't make the fights faster for you.
It's a running joke. Aggie does not actually
Yes,
check
Aggie
the
does not
logs.
actually cheat. It's a joke that Aggie checks the logs.
I trust every single one of the players in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Ginger, trust me enough that I literally had your stream open yesterday and you know I wasn't cheating.
Yep. So we do see Rambler now going to the
Yeah.
imbued sword key check up here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Gustav,
especially 'cause, like,
Gustav needs to make a decision. Does he go Tanith first or does he go right card first? He does still need 3 Great Runes, so I'm assuming he's going to go right card first, but we'll see.
yeah, also I will say, these guys, like, obviously, some of us are streamers and it is nice content to stream and whatnot, but at the end of the day, right, like, we compete in these events because we love it, right? For the love of the game. And I don't know, like, obviously it's a bit naive, but for me it's just like, what's the point of winning if you are cheating in that way? Like, because you're not getting anything out of it other than the satisfaction of winning.
See, but then can you really be satisfied with that kind of win?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
my point.
I would never be satisfied with a win that I know that I cheated in.
Yeah.
It's just something that I've always really felt very strongly on. And if anyone were to cheat in these races, we would probably know it.
Yeah.
And if they did, they would be ostracized in the community, and many discords just would not like them. So it's just not a risk that a lot of players are willing to take.
Yeah, especially because the Zero Scratch server where, Rando-Ring as well as Elden Squares and, the speed runs and seed runs, I mean, it's quickly becoming, a pretty big community Discord within the larger Elden Ring community. So, like, at this point, man, like, if someone tried to pull something, like, they'd be like, there would be someone in every server who would be like, oh, yo, you're the guy who cheated in this, right? Like,
It would not work out for them. So players, and again, we trust everybody, so I don't think anyone is going to.
Yeah.
Because we're all passionate about this game. We will go big stream with Gustav as he is doing a check that we've not seen yet.
Sehr verständlich, denke ich.
Does he find a Great Rune at Tanith?
We rarely fascinate so about the birth. If you have rise with your now you belong. The drawing I am Tanith.
He does not. Oof. So this is bad for him. Keep in mind that this is again bad.
Gustav is in hell right now.
So again, it is bad for him, but at the same time, these are checks that some of the other players are probably going to still do. Potentially Rambler would be the only exception to that, considering he said that he's going to do weird checks this game.
Well, based off his movement, so Rambler used to do a strat with Underground, right?
Yep.
Because of upgrade stones and stuff, and also given the direction that he's literally running right now, I would not be surprised if Rambler goes back to that strat. Underground is a good area because you do get 3 checks back to back to back, but it's not as strong as some of the bigger legacy dungeons like Raya Lucaria, Volcano Manor, etc.
Yep.
So Rambler might be saying, you know what? I'm just gonna put my eggs in the Underground basket. It's not the best basket, but it's a good one, right? And I will not be directly racing against Aggie and Gustav.
And this could pay off for him really well. Because we've seen all the other checks. The only other check we've not seen is what Gustav is about to do and the Underground. So this could pay off so well for Rambler here. We will go full screen though on Gustav as he is entering the right card fight.
Yeah. But on the other hand,
Seventy.
right card could be a double
Ooh.
great run.
Another Bale!
And
Interesting, Chat.
Bale the Dread.
Aber
Let's
das ist so eine Frage, ne?
go!
Soll ich das
Bale
wirklich machen?
again at
Weil das
right
wird nicht
card.
einfach sein, Chat.
That's amazing.
Oh ja.
Bale, I hereby vow, you this day, behold, a true Drake warrior, Gustav, and
Immer der gleiche
I,
Angriff, der mich hier wird, ne?
Egon, your
Eben
fears
Spaß, ja.
made flesh, scarlet of scale as you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. With a handle of
Alter, der
harpoons,
Schaden
with
ist ja
every
so
last
ass.
drop of my being.
You're welcome.
Thank you. When you started that, I was actually gonna ask you if you could look up the entire thing to get it on for us. But you did it, so thank you. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Ja, fühle ich gerade nicht, den Kampf. Sag ich ganz ehrlich.
I fucking love Egon.
No, I don't
Oh,
actually
ich
know the lines.
hab gedacht, ich hab ihn genockt.
Egon monologue.
Vom Sound her. Was? Oh mein Gott, das wird doch nix werden, oder?
We do have another fight here as Aggie is fighting the Theodorix up in the top right to get the Academy key. Rambler is approaching the Mimic tier replacement as well. So whoever is closest to finishing their boss and doing a new check, we will go full screen on them. But we will stick full screen on Gustav as this is a very entertaining fight as he gets a massive stagger. He does miss the riposte, but gets a huge bleed. He's doing really good in this fight.
Oh mein.
Oh, I just had to say something. Oh my God, commentator curse. I'm
Gib ich
sorry,
dir,
Gustav.
Scherer, so lange den nicht
I'm
gefightet.
sorry.
Äh,
We'll go full screen with Rambler as he approaches the Mimic tier fight.
Yeah, that's tough.
Very tough. He does pivot away. Just sadly go to the imbued sword key.
Yeah.
We got Red
Question,
Bear.
do I-
Red Bear.
Do I have to do that monologue 2 more times? if Aggie and Rambler go there?
Hold up a second. Rambler's cooking. He has Black Knife Teach. That is absolutely amazing.
The T strat's actually insane.
Oh my God.
Like
Teach.
she's gonna die immediately, but the black flame at the start, like, that's all he needed.
And he's
She
got
already
two
did-
of them.
Yeah, she already did everything he needs.
And she's just sitting in the back. He's getting the best RNG with her ever. As she's just sitting in the back, tossing blades at him. Rambler does need to back up here. He's gonna get blasted.
Oh. Man,
It's fine. He gets it. Does he?
Does he get a
He
great
does
rune?
not get a great rune.
dude, where are these things? I swear to God, Ginger? Why has your seed been so cursed
I love it.
recently?
I
I mean,
it.
I'm fine with it. I had to suffer, so they must as well.
That was super hot. Rambler
Yeah.
cooked so hard with that. The
Yeah.
Black Knife Teach summon is just such a beautiful thing to see. We actually we saw a summon yesterday as well as Vikrash summoned in the Blood Fiend Hexer and was doing blood magic the entire time, just bleeding everything.
Mm.
And
Also,
those
Gustav
are
here is going to Shaded.
yep.
Bit of an off-meta check early.
He
I
does.
guess not really early at this point. We're an hour and a half in IRL time.
He gets trolled there. He does need to be careful
Oh,
here.
you might have to kill this thing.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if the like the projectiles that it shot would track around the corner, but they don't.
If it was the one that summons the things right at your feet, he would have to.
Oh yeah, 100,000%. Yeah.
So Aggie is about to enter the Red Wolf fight while Gustav is approaching his fight as well. It'll be interesting to see if Rambler chooses Valiant Gargs or Big Moose first.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I say Gustav is even still maybe kind of ahead because he's been moving. He's literally just forgotten the easiest check,
Oh,
Yep.
and it has a great rune.
actually, no.
Yep. So this is perfect for Aggie's weapon here, as this enemy is very weak to holy damage.
Yeah, he's gonna destroy this thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's very happy with his damage right now. Understandably
And I
so.
ran out of fucking blue.
And he should get a stagger here pretty soon.
He has no sound.
I think it has. He might have stance broke there, but hyper armor. Ghost Flame hearts.
We will go big screen though with Gustav as he approaches Elmer, which is a new check that we've not seen yet. So I do want to go full screen here.
It's Lank.
Okay, dann
It's
trifft
Link
mich
of the
einfach die ganze
Briar.
Zeit. Kann
Or-
uns nicht weg.
Esker.
Well, I know Lank he's a no-hit runner. He does everything Reduvia only.
Gotcha.
He's currently working.
And
he's
he
currently
dies.
Ich hab meinen
Ja.
Spaß, Chat.
Back to
Yeah,
big screen
Link
on
is-
Aggie.
Lank is currently working on all bosses Reduvia only, and funnily enough, the hardest boss in the
Hell
entire
yeah.
run is Esker.
Interesting.
Yeah, he has to summon.
GG on
for it.
Aggie.
Ja, ich kann die Waffen noch nicht gut genug bedienen. Da hätte ich einfach von Anfang an die L2
Gustav
drücken
is
müssen,
going to
dann wär's
go
gut
in
gewesen,
again.
denke ich.
Yeah.
Rambler is approaching the Moose fight. He just lit the
Ist ja eine
last
Top-Waffe
torch.
gegen NPCs.
He needs to just rush in and focus the dogs right away. Or do that and absolutely shred him.
That works.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. And he does not get it. Oh my god,
Ja,
this is
keine
so
Ahnung.
rough for Gustav here. Let's go big screen on Rambler as he approaches, hopefully, a location where he finds a great rune. As Gustav does choose to go underground. We got Regal Edred.
I'm here, Tish.
Yeah, that damage was absolute insanity there. And there we go, that black flame coming into clutch there. Ooh. Okay, I am absolutely loving Rambler's setup right now. With the Ice Spear, the Black Knife Teach, and then switching over to the Sword of Night. Rambler is absolutely cooking with this setup. And he
Nice.
finds a great rune.
All right.
So Rambler just needs one more. If there's one at Gargs.
If there's one at Gargs, this is his game for sure. We do have Radon big screen.
Yes.
Let's see how Aggie handles this. His damage is really good. Oh, he takes a
Yeah.
big hit there though. Not actually a big hit.
It just tickles.
It,
just tickles.
it was big in the sense
Yeah.
it knocked him to the ground, but I guess it really
This
didn't do much
isn't
to it.
real consort Radon. This is like a cosplayer.
Yeah, this is a cosplayer.
Yeah.
Isn't he like super weak to holy or some shit?
They just got some big bodybuilder guy to wear a costume.
Yeah, this damage is absolutely insane from this weapon. He's not doing a very good job dodging these attacks, so he needs to be careful.
Is he actually gonna die?
He lives, but he does only have 4 flasks left. He does need to still be careful.
Aggie.
I
He
missed.
misses somehow. Yep, it is Liurnia scaling, so lucky for him, it's not absolutely insane of a Radon
I
fight.
suck ass at this fight.
You know, if Rambler finds one, if Rambler finds one at Gargs here, Rambler might just win.
He very likely may. This could very easily be his game. GG Aggie. Let's go big screen on Rambler as he approaches the Valiant
Yeah.
Gargoyle fight.
Melania.
Okay, who
What is
do we
it?
have here?
A spawner? Yep, Tree
Yeah,
Spirit.
spawner.
Oh, Hoozer's worst enemy right now. He
Yeah,
did
I
die
know
to a
how
Tree
it died.
Spirit yesterday.
I did a DLC rando and I noted it. That's what it made me feel better.
Yeah, we were very surprised to see you not only get grabbed once, but twice by it and
The
then
wall
die to
climbing
it.
on the grab just felt weird on the. I don't know. I blame the arena. And I will say no further comment.
Rambler is just cooking so much right now. This is insane. He does not find one there. Does he continue to
Do Dragonkin.
Yep. Where do you let's get some guesses on where everybody thinks the final great rune is. I want to say Leonine.
Leonine's not a bad check. Oh, it looks like Rambo's going sewer mode.
That is also a good choice here.
I mean, this is very risky by Rambler. Like, it actually ends up being the right call, but it is risky by Rambler because you already found one that's not really on the main path. Like, I would now go back to the main path to find the last one.
Yep.
Like the academy path.
But again,
granted,
he did.
Obviously, there isn't one there.
Yep. And he did
Well,
say at the beginning of this to keep in mind that he plans on doing weird out of the way checks.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, I would have done my like a weird out of the way check. Once I got one kind of an out of the way check, which to me, Ancestor Moose is an out of the way check because it's not on the Shardbearer path. I would have then gone back to the main path, but obviously it's the right play because there's nothing in Academy or Volcano Manor.
We don't know about Volcano Manor. Gustav died to Rykard and then pivoted up.
Died to Rykard, yeah.
So we do see Gustav going for Big Moose here. Potentially he might. It's looking like he might go Gargs first. But if he does kill Moose here, he will have his second Great Rune and be on his way to Capital. He'll be the last one there. But keep in mind, he has done a lot of checks. He's been moving through the checks really well.
Yeah, I mean, he would be in the lead if he just checked the imbued key. Just to give a reminder of everyone on where we are standings wise. So Rambler has 3 Great Runes, is currently looking for his 4th. However, in his remaining checks he's done Underground, still has Academy, Volcano Manor, and I think even Stormvale to go. He told us beforehand he'd be doing out of the way checks today to try to hope to get good RNG. Then Aggie has 2 Great Runes, is through Capital, currently following the main path, did Academy, now doing Stormville. And then Gustav only has 1 Great Runes, but he's done by far the most checks. He's cleared out all of Stormville, all of Liurnia except for the imbued key, which he hasn't checked yet.
Most of Volcano.
Has the grace at Rykard. He's been moving today, but just has missed the very easy check, which the other 2 players have gotten.
Honestly, I think he's just completely forgot about its existence entirely. We may just see him not even go to it until needing to have to look up where it is potentially.
Yes.
And by that, I mean where the checks are. He would not look at the spoiler log, but he may have to look at where the checks are because I did create a list of where all the key item check locations are. He may have to consult that list and then be like, oh, yeah. That's right. Because as Hooser mentioned earlier, he does a lot of DLC races and is not as familiar with the base game races.
Yeah, like he's, and that's why I was worried about it yesterday. Like when I played Sirius, it's like Sirius, and I don't know if there was a playoffs, but I know in the regular season, Sirius and Gustav won a team. They finished second in Randomania behind Tom and Blueberry Brioche, but like they beat Bushy and Mitris,
wir brauchen noch 2
Catalyst,
Fünfersteine, wir haben keinen einzigen, ne?
Lil Aggie, Domo and Starro Chris, as well as Bender and Azaz. Like, they're fantastic players, and so like once they learn the meta, you're in for a lot of fun.
Yep.
Mal sehen.
We do see him
Zugeben,
fighting
kommt mir grad ganz schön
Idrid
langsam
here,
vor.
where he will finally get a second Great Rune.
Ja. Oh, konnte irgendwie nicht hinter ihn laufen.
Now, as for the cursed seeds, just so you guys know, I am just plain randomizing these seeds about half an hour before the match starts to begin with.
Cool.
So I know nothing about the seed other
Hey, ich
than
konnte nicht heilen.
the common crash locations being not crashing. So it's just the luck of the draw, honestly, because we could end up getting a god seed. We could end up getting these absolutely atrocious seeds.
Yeah.
You never really know. The only
Cool.
ones that I did
Please.
handpick were
Oh,
the
Gott sei Dank.
qualifier seeds.
Yep. So now Rambler's fighting Estelle in Sewer Mode Arena.
Yep. Now, can Estelle Frost? I believe he can, can't he?
I think you can. Let me check.
Because I know that's been Rambler's goal here is to get the Frost proc and then get a bleed proc off.
No, immune to frost.
Immune, okay.
It can bleed though.
Now, lucky for... Oh, never mind. I was going to say lucky for him. I don't think the meteors can get into the room, but then he gets smacked by one. Rambler does only have 3 flasks left. He needs to be careful here. Ooh, very good dodge there. That was very risky to stay in there, but I think it was, he saw that it was his only choice to stay in there and try to dodge it. Big stagger.
You gotta take the riposte immediately.
No, he gets the Astral War off and the riposte. Oh! Oh my god, I thought he got grabbed there.
That grab always looks really scary, but feels really lenient.
Does he get one? He does not. He does get a Haligtree half. Where is he deciding to go next? He is now finally deciding to go to Stormvale. By the way, Aggie is making his way underground as well now.
Yep. Gustav here fighting Elemer. Can I have apple pie?
Oh! Oh, I was so scared there
I-
for Gustav. Oh my
1
god.
HP in a dream.
He's playing it a bit on the risky side,
Ich hab
and he
keinen
gets it.
Bock, gerade gut zu spielen, ne?
Yep, nice.
Oh man. So as you guys can see, Rambler does not have to fight the Margit fight because he killed the Morgoth fight before going to
Yeah.
Stormvale. So that is one less boss fight for him. Now granted, that is a boss fight that is typically pretty easy, but it is a time save for him by not having to fight it.
Yeah, any time save will matter, right?
We will see Aggie approaching the Mimic Tier fight. As Gustav finally gains access to the capital. He is the last one there, but do again keep in mind he has done more checks than the other two.
Yeah. And man, my guess is there's one at Rykard.
Honestly,
feel like-
I'm thinking that too,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking Pureblood Knight Medallion is either at Leonine or at Estelle or
Yeah.
Dragonkin,
Or
and
it
potentially
could be
one
at
at Rogue as
Rykard.
well. Or it could be at Rykard.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, man, if Gustav just remembers his imbued key and then fights Rykard, he could be on his way to mountaintops.
Yep. And I think we will see him pivot back to Rykard potentially after defeating these two bosses here. I think that'll be his next choice.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Rykard pivot. I'm worried about the imbued key.
Yep. Now who knows? He may get lucky and find two at Rykard.
Yeah, maybe.
Just gonna whirl now.
So as you can see, the difference in just weapon choice here, Rambler's weapon melted this much faster than Aggie's. But Aggie's is still doing really good damage.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it was the weapon as much as it was Tish.
Well, it was that, and then he also was getting those Frost and Bleed procs off as well.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We'll go big screen here on Rambler as he's
my God,
approaching the
everything is here.
Godric fight.
Dino would have logged this seed.
Yep, and he will boss this. Crazy that there's no Purebloods Night Metal. I feel like
If Godric had
today or
Great
yesterday.
Rune-
Yeah, I've been
we've
noticing
had
Pureblood
Spanish
spawning
right now.
pretty late, and by late I mean
Yeah.
into Estelle, or even Dragonkin. Rambler choosing to completely bypass the Grace there, which the others
it?
did get, and that will save him
Okay.
some time in the long run, as long
Yeah.
as he doesn't die here.
TDK.
I would never get this
The bad
Grace.
one.
And if it's really bad, put out and then come back.
Look at his damage though. This is just absolutely,
Yeah.
he's melting it. Do not sleep on Ice Spear, everybody. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god.
It's completely busted.
That is absolutely insane.
I told you earlier, no hit runners use it. No hit runners use it a lot.
Okay.
He is choosing now to go to Raya
Need to go
Lucaria.
quickly now. Okay.
Well, carry a manor into Raya
Maybe
Lucaria.
9 after Loretta.
He said he's gonna go Leonine after Loretta, I think, is what I last heard.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because he's getting the key, so he
You
should
know-
go Leonine first. If
Yeah,
it's-
you know Loretta's the key, so if that's your plan, do Lily9 first.
Yep. Now he should get the Grace here, then go do Leonine. We'll see what he decides to do.
Maybe he'll remember as he's thinking about it on this running section. You just grab the Grace and pivot out.
Nope.
Nope. Fully send it.
I mean, I think he's gonna melt Theodorix. It's
Oh, I mean, he's gonna melt the boss, right?
Mhm.
But just if you know this is Academy key and not a Great Rune,
Yep.
right? So you're only doing this to get access to Academy.
and then to pivot to
Yeah.
Leonine is a mistake after.
Yeah,
Unle-
just logically, right?
Yep.
Like, because if your idea with doing Leonine is to try to get a sneaky Great Rune, do that first and then go Academy. Because all Carrier Manor does is replace is lead into Academy and progress the main route.
Yep. Now he is making really good time now. Rambler has really started to pick up here in the
Yeah.
late game. Just his setup as absolutely really coming clutch for him. We will go
Yeah.
full screen on Aggie as he approaches the Moose fight, and we'll get his third Great Rune as well.
Please be a holy weak boss. TB a Mariner. Please be a fucking death bird. Please. Who the fuck is that? Ah.
So the other players, Aggie has 2 and Gustav has
Fuck
2.
are you, man?
Aggie is about to get his third,
Okay,
and
like
Gustav
fries
is
with
still
beans.
missing out on his third that he could have gotten right in the beginning, but sadly
Okay, that's
did not
fucking
choose to go there.
shit. Oh,
I don't think Aggie is really well versed in the DLC bosses.
dude.
He is for the main bosses. I don't know about this guy. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Take this, bro. Check this shit out.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can. I think you can probably charge her 2 off that in true combo. This guy only has 65 stance, so you really just want to be jump R2ing or charge R2ing and just breaking stance over and
Yep.
over again.
Take Raven. Oh, it is.
Ah.
So Gustav is now fighting me full grown.
Yep. I just wanted to let Aggie finish up that fight, get his Great Rune, and get his reaction.
Meine Waffe gerade so shit gegen den?
Now I will say, Gustav's weapon is very good at stance breaking here, but again, he's just so darn tanky that it doesn't seem like he's doing that much damage, but it is at
This
the very
guy's-
least yellow.
I mean, he's ridiculously tanky. Like that damage number, the number there was 1500. The number's good. It's
Can
the tanky.
can it bleed? I mean, I am seeing bleed.
No.
I'm seeing blood come off. But
Ja, ist noch schlechter.
it cannot.
Würde ich sagen. Du.
Yeah,
We
it
do
would
also
be-
see Rambler fighting the Magma Worm Theodorix here and just absolutely shredding it.
Oh, schon wieder gegen
The
seinen
only
scheiß
status
Schulter
effects that
drauf,
falling
man.
Scorpies, including full grown, can be affected by are rot and poison.
Okay. Now, does Rambler actually go Leonine like he said he
Warum
was
ich zweimal
going to?
gerutscht bin? Woran
No,
liegt es,
he
by the way?
continues into Academy.
Der
That was
wollte
an
noch kuscheln, etwas
interesting
grillen.
riposte there.
Der war schön. Oh.
Yeah, I think that is what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we have not seen Leonine even
Wait.
once during this tournament, so if
Ich
he does, then
schwöre,
so
out of
ich
the
hab
way.
grad durch seinen Kopf durchgehauen. What the fuck?
So out of the way.
It really is, but I still recall the first ever Rando race that we did for
Yeah.
Rando-Ring. Leonine was the actual deciding factor, and the person who won
Yeah.
won because he went there so early.
Yeah. I remember that race because I had the worst race of my life, and then I decided to do stupid checks, and I did curse mark and got
Okay.
one there
Hmm
instead of Leon.
I remember.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
ich
died to
schwöre,
exit.
ich hau die ganze Zeit einfach durch.
So I have to just start doing stupid stuff because Ginger's gonna kick my ass if I try to play him straight up.
I don't even remember what place
Crazy,
I got in that
MJ.
race.
I think you were.
Was I? I do know that I went Leonine fairly
Ah,
early as
fuck
well, but not nearly as early as.
Warum machst du
Christian.
denn nicht Schaden?
Third was either you or Dino. I don't think Dino played in that one.
I honestly don't remember. I just remember the fact that he won,
Oh,
and
no.
it was
Yeah.
because of Leonine.
Yeah, he literally Leonine was his first check. He just rushed Leonine off rip.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Fühlt sich irgendwie falsch an, so wenig Schaden zu machen.
I will say that was very early in our rando racing careers.
Yeah.
We weren't very well versed in the meta and what to do. GG by Gustav there as he finishes that off. We'll go to Aggie as he's finishing off the Three Spirit. It was around the same amount of damage. It wasn't that much
not
faster.
fat. Like he's full grown is ridiculously tanky always in rando. Like always, always, always. He's absurdly tanky.
So big question, where does Aggie decide to pivot to here? Does he go Volcano Manor next? That is my guess for him. It looks like he's going Albus? Hasn't he already done Albus? Or did he not do Albus?
I don't think he did Albus. No.
Okay.
Aggie likes to do Karya Manor early for some reason, even though it's Albus is faster. He prefers to do Karya first.
I
for
mean,
some reason.
I do know there have been 2 races that I've lost because I forgot about Carrier Manor. One of them was very
Yeah.
early on. You won it because you went Carrier Manor, and I lost it because I did not. I will go full screen on Rambler here as he enters the Ghost Flame Dragon.
Yeah.
He's not happy about it.
Yeah, Frost will not be here.
Teach, you okay?
Tish is fighting the enemies outside the wall. She'll be fine.
She's just chilling. Whoa.
What the hell? Honestly, damage is not as bad as I expected.
Yeah, honestly,
Still not good though. Oh, okay, Tish is finally doing the business now. And Gustav is fighting Leonine.
yep,
Speaking
and
of
making
Leonine.
very quick work of it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the hint. A misbegotten being at Morgott was the hint that it's at Leonine.
Yeah. If only it worked that way, right?
Right? Yeah, little clues in the boss placements. That would take so much coding though.
What the hell is happening here?
What's happening, Rambler, is you're kicking its ass. That's what's happening.
I just wish you could like custom craft seeds.
Well done, Rambler. Right?
Like for seed run, it'd be much easier, I'm sure. Seed run is any percent glitches of like a random seed. Like I think it'd be really cool if you could like manually override, like put this boss here, put this boss here, and just like handcraft like a seed.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Gustav is deciding where to go. It looks like he is pivoting back to right card. This could be huge for him. If there is a double Great Rune drop here, that is massive. We will go full screen with him.
Should I do another intro?
Sure. I'm going to put you on full screen, and I am going to step away for just a second, so have fun.
Okay.
Bales the Dread. I,
Ich probier's einmal mit der
Egon,
Waffe.
have returned with the mightiest of Drake warriors, Gustav Gabel. You may have bested us once, foul dragon, but we are stronger, tougher,
Ja, geht's um
and
Schaden.
we have the determination that you do not. You
118
fought
habe ich gerade gemacht.
Placidusax and won,
Macht gar keinen Sinn.
and ran like a coward. But we will never run. We will,
Ja, wenn er immer noch wegfliegt,
Kill you.
ist schwer für mich. Würd
and
ich
we
sagen.
will get your great rune.
I don't know, there might be one there.
Do you hear me?
Me?
I'm back.
I think he was. Okay, you said lower your volume in this here.
No, I
Warum
was
machst du
talking
mir
to
nicht
Freddy.
Schaden?
I'm sorry. Freddy was yelling in the background, so I had to tell him to lower his volume a little bit.
I was like, I think I did a good. I was like, I thought I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, my bad.
You're good.
I should have muted before correcting him.
Yeah, I freestyled an intro.
I don't really get it irgendwie.
Yeah,
Man
you
kann man
did,
seinen
Helios says you did not
Ding hier
scream at the end,
ausweichen, ne?
so 8 out of 10. But I think that was my fault, Helios, because I was telling my son to not be so loud, and he thought that I was talking to him.
Well, Egon also he screams when he kills.
Blöd. Oh. Mich das verletzt. Warum? Die Hitbox bauen.
I'll scream for you, Helios.
Ooh, big bleed.
That's it.
Very big bleed there. We do see Rambler also fighting the Renala replacement here in the bottom.
Gustav is doing so well.
Ich verstehe diese Hitboxen nicht.
Promise Consort stage 2?
Yes.
Alright, mal sehen.
Alright, what do we have for stage 2? Rambler is fighting Radon. Placidusax, oh my god. Wait, that's
No way.
perfect, because didn't they fight each other?
This is fucking sick.
Is
Fail
it-
into Blassie.
Isn't the lore that they fought each other?
Yes.
That's
why-
so awesome.
That's why Bales or Blassie's missing a head and Bale's missing a wing. Is because they fought each
Gotcha. Well, and Bale's also missing
Yeah.
a leg.
other. And a leg. Bale's missing a lot.
Das
but
ist
it's
crazy.
fine. I mean, so is Blassie, but
That's so awesome.
yeah.
Ooh, big stagger. Gustav is happy. Rambler is making good work of this Radon here.
Oh wow, neuen Richard mitgegeben. Einfach Drachen-Rädern.
I'm gonna mute
Oh,
my mic for
serious.
just a second. Hey, was geht?
Ja, Falks leider nicht so gut, wenn du keine weitere Taktik dafür hast. Also du musst halt irgendwie ein Bild zusammenstellen, damit das so richtig Sinn ergibt, finde ich.
Yeah, Gustav's doing really well here, and look, this is Gustav and Sirius are two incredibly fantastic.
Ich habe die Waffe
like,
leider
rando
ewig
and
nicht
boss
gelevelt
fighters.
bekommen. Also jetzt habe ich sie wenigstens ein bisschen gelevelt.
So, not surprised, yet equally impressive that he's doing, making such quick work for this fight.
Könnten den ja jetzt eigentlich bald knocken dann. Wer weiß, was dann passiert. Schade. Na gut.
If this is a double Great Rune drop, that
Die
is
Phase kommt
gonna
wohl nicht
be
rum.
absolutely wild.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, this could be very bad for Gustav here.
Schön an die Wand gestellt.
Oh,
hat
no.
keine Chance gehabt, ne?
Oh, he gets in there. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He's a lucky boy. I've got to say though, I think if this is a great
Aber ey,
rune,
überlebt.
this is a massive advantage for Gustav.
Mhm.
He's done very well
Darf ich mal
here.
fragen?
Knows these fights well.
Der kennt gerade gar nichts mehr.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He
come
needs
on.
to try
I forgot
to. Oh, he
that
gets a
was
stagger.
Nuke.
Tactical nuke inbound. Gets the stagger.
Yay.
Does he get double Great Rune?
Brauchst du was Great Runes?
Even one. He doesn't get any. Oh my god. Where are these Great Runes?
For nothing. For nothing. For nothing.
Oh my god, where are these Great Runes? Oh, this is insanity. I am starting to think Leonine is the play here. Rambler if he goes Leonine and gets a Great Rune here, this is absolutely insanity.
Yeah, because Aggie's on 3 right now.
Oh wait, Aggie is going Leonine. I just realized Aggie is heading to Leonine right now. I'm going to refresh Gustav's because I have noticed his stream kind of stutter a few times.
Yep.
So if he jumps ahead, that's why. It's because I did a refresh. So he is going to Valiant Gargoyles.
Also, he gets Bale's Tyranny as a prize.
And it does look like Rambler is going Leonine.
Yeah.
Let's go full screen on Aggie as he'll be, this is the more interesting check in terms of is it a Great Rune?
I hate that.
Because we know Valiant Gargs is not. He must have.
Shit. I don't know what's happening.
Rambler quit out to desktop accidentally like twice.
Yep. Wait, Aggie gets the safety grace just in case.
Yeah. He's nervous.
He's nervous about that Leonine, man.
Oh.
Romina! Ooh!
The Saint of the Bod.
I like it. I've gotten pretty decent at this fight, so I like seeing this fight. His damage is astronomical.
Oh my god. Yeah. She's
And a big stagger. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the
yeah,
riposte
see,
into
America's
a
Hammer is
heavy.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. She tried.
She did her best.
Is it one?
No Great Rune! Oh my god, where are these Great Runes?
Ginger.
Oh my god! This seed is wild!
Wait, so what have we not
Dragonkin
seen?
Soldier,
The only stuff
Estelle,
we haven't seen is Dragonkin, Estelle,
Small Moose.
Small Moose, and Curse Mark.
Yeah. And then, of course,
Finger
the
Slayer Blade
Melanius.
is not a check. Yeah.
So bad news for
Yeah, see-
Rambler here. But at
See,
the
this
same
could be-
time,
Gustav might just do what Sirius did and just run straight to Dragonkin. No, it looks like he's going Leonine.
oh my goodness gracious, this
This seed is
seed.
cursed.
I dare say it's more cursed than yesterday's.
No, I mean yesterday the
The
you had to
bosses
go to,
were pretty tough.
well, also if there's one at normal moves, like because yesterday the 3 you had to either go to Leonine or not. Sorry, you had to either go to Estelle, Dragonkin, or Real Loretta.
Wait, is Aggie doing the play from yesterday and going to Dragonkin?
I think he is. It would be fast. It's faster to Dragonkin from the Grace, unless he is carrying inverted statue and he's going Curse Mark.
I don't. Did he pick up carry and inverted? I don't know if the players.
I don't
have
know if
picked
he
it
did. I
up.
don't know if they have it. I would bet they do. considering the number of checks they've done.
It's a 4-hour scene. Oh, I love it.
Kind of
Again.
wild to me that Aggie's going Dragonkin before Volcano Manor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good grace to get here because he has it's kind of the halfway point to the Dragonkin elevator. See, I would never take this elevator to Dragonkin, especially considering if he already killed Gargs, then it's just much better to go the other way because you need to get access to Estelle as well. Because they were mentioning yesterday, Helios was mentioning that if you go down this lift, it's Dragonkin and Dragonkin only. He said there was no way to get to Estelle from here.
Yeah. So you gotta legalize Rena's Rise skip.
For the next tournament, we may.
Yeah.
Because
that skip sucks. Actually, I tried it yesterday. It sucks.
and so that would be like a skill thing, right? Like the players are skilled enough to get it.
It sucks.
Yeah, I saw the video. It does look like it sucks.
Yeah, it's very finicky. Doing a tree jump onto a tree jump and you can't actually land on the second tree, so you have to immediately jump off of it. It's really finicky. I mean,
Rambler will be
Gino.
disappointed here as he enters this Leonine fight and finishes it off.
Oh, if it's banned in glitchless, then we should ban it.
Okay.
I didn't know it was actually banned in glitchless speedruns because it breaks sequence. So in that case, yeah, it should not be legal.
Okay. Yeah, I agree then.
Yeah.
Rambler choosing to not get the grace and just go straight into the Romina fight.
Yeah, he won't need it.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Fairy Tail, and I wanted to be like, yeah, he's gonna fight this like a real man. Like, there's a guy in Fairy Tail. It's like that's his whole spiel is like he constantly says like a real man. Rambler kind of getting trolled by not getting these hits off.
Yeah, this is not a good Ash for this fight.
He's just hitting the wall. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's go full screen on Rambler. My bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just get so focused on watching it that I don't even remember to go into full screen.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Trust me, it happens.
Oh, big stagger.
Yeah. All right, he's got it.
GG Rambler.
Nice.
Now, does Dragonkin pay off again? 2 games in a row as Gustav is entering the fight as well here shortly.
Is Dragonkin the new meta?
Dragonkin new meta? What?
Yeah. Rush Dragonkin?
Dragonkin the new Leonine. So Rambler is looking towards Volcano Manor. He's going to be in for a surprise when he sees the right card fight.
Yeah.
And no Great Runes anywhere in there. I think we will go full screen with Aggie here as we know that this is a potential check while Gustav's fight is not a potential check.
It's highly probable because they haven't even gotten the key yet to the discarded palace key. It's very probable to be something.
This is gonna be inverted statue.
Grafted Scion.
Inverted statue is discarded palace key.
Aggie's thinking it's going to be discarded palace key or inverted statue, which it's got to be something,
Yeah,
right?
okay. It almost has to be either a great
It gets a great rune.
inverters. Aggie's got it.
That is number 4. He is on his way to mountaintops.
You were kind of
Auch wieder so plötzlich. Komplett ohne Geräusche auch, natürlich. Immer schön. Oh.
The new meta!
The new meta, yeah.
Kann ich auch nochmal angreifen?
Honestly,
Hab ich nicht
Gustav
mal
is struggling the
downen können,
most here
deswegen.
on Romina. Not that he's struggling, but it's just taking him the longest to kill her. The other two first faced her.
Should we check the seed to see
Die
where the
Matchup
other
würde
ones are?
relativ früh hier
Or just wait
hinkommen.
and see if they find them.
I'm
Oh.
good to check it. Now that we have 4 found, I'm good to
Yeah.
check it.
Alright, I can run that. I can run that.
Digga!
Figure it out.
Ist gut jetzt.
Good job, Gustav.
It's in the chat, right? The seed.
Yeah, it's in the
Got it.
voice chat.
I'm not gonna check the bosses or anything, just where the other great runs were.
We will go full screen with Rambler. Man, this Ice Spear is putting in some really good work here. So we do see Gustav going small moose here. If he does get it here, he is a little bit behind Aggie, but it could pay off for him.
But he only has 2.
Oh, you're right. I keep
Because, yeah.
talking as if he's been
Yeah,
imbued.
yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point he hasn't forgotten about it. I think he just doesn't know about it at this point.
Yeah.
Which is sad to see, but the players do have access to a full list of checks. So
Yeah,
that is research on their own part that they could have done.
Yeah.
So
One thing that I was thinking about that would be pretty cool for Rando is if you could implement a feature where like you could buy hints for like very expensive. Like
there
So, like,
is
if you
there
get-
is a feature for that. And we have it turned off because there is a feature at Calais to be able to buy
But-
hints.
no, but he just like gives them to you. I know it exists, but I'm saying like if you could make the price like ridiculous, like 500, like $500,000.
Oh, gotcha. You're
runes
saying
or
change
something?
the price of them.
Yeah, so like if you could make the price incredibly expensive, so like if you were like in this situation, right, like you could buy a hint basically or something like that.
I mean,
Or even if you could like
could be interesting.
or if you could even make it so it's like after completing like X number of checks, right, a hint unlocks or something like that. I think it could potentially be interesting.
I
Anyways,
like
though,
that idea though. What
Yeah.
Hooser just said, where you have to complete a certain amount of checks before you then unlock a hint. But if you find a great rune, that number increases.
Okay.
Further.
So
Maybe.
Godric's great rune is in the discarded palace key chest
Which is
in Moog.
okay. Which the pure blood battalion
Blood's
is.
Night Metal in Shifra, which is
So
from
Estelle.
No, Shifra's small moose.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Then-
Gustav. Oh no, poor Gustav. I mean, he's on the right path.
Then Moog's great rune is in Haligtree. We've already seen Morgoth's, and then what's the other one that we have not seen? That is Radon's. Radon's is in Farum. So you either have to go for Dragonkin or Small Moose into Moog into discarded palace keys.
That
Those
is.
are your only 2 options.
Yeah, you have to kill Small Moose. Then that leads you to Moog, which you have to kill. And then you have to go to discard. That is wild. What
Yeah,
a
'cause
wild, insane
there-
seed.
There are 2 along the final route. There's 1 in Farum and 1.
Rambler
Give me some
struggling
time.
on this boss fight right now. Gets lucky to dodge that.
Yeah. I think he actually successfully rolled it. I don't. Okay, stay down here. I made it work. Boss is jumping. Holy hell. He's gonna be so pissed when he sees Bossy after this.
Yup. Big stagger.
Alright, it worked.
Good job, Rambler. And we have Valiant Gargs at Small Moose. It should be easy. About the reaction I expected from Rambler. Let's go, Gustav.
Also, wie habe ich das verfehlt? Hä, warum kriege ich die ganze Zeit
Luckily,
keine
they
Ausdauer?
don't
Weil ich
hit
in
that
diesem Ding
hard.
stecke, voll stecke, ne? Oh.
Yeah, also,
Die ganze Zeit keine
because we have
Ausdauer.
poison tick off, just stand in the poison. Honest, just stand in the poison and tee off on him.
Yep. Which is what he did there.
Yeah. Rambler can't dodge the tactical move. It's down to like 2 heals.
Huh?
Because
Ich bin ausgewichen. Oh nein. Mit tot. Oder?
Oh, Gustav dies.
Ich weiß nicht, was ich da hätte jetzt anders machen sollen.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. Well, it's your fault, Ginger. You said it would be easy.
I said the
You're-
scaling
you're-
would be easy.
You're free to plead the fifth as your attorney.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we do have Aggie also fighting a Deathrite Bird in the mountaintop fight. We will go ahead and go to this
Yeah.
since he is the further one
See,
ahead.
this is why Holy's good. That damage is. It doesn't look as good as it is, but it's actually insane.
Yeah, we've seen
So over
Deathrite Bird
700, yeah.
in this
over
arena
700
before.
on R1. He's not running south. He's just praying.
Yeah, he just ran and prayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got really lucky with his weapon choice in this situation for sure. Because we have seen Deathrite Bird here in the qualifier matches, and they are super tanky in this location. Solitary Knight.
Oh God.
He
This
is
a
not
horrible
happy
weapon
about
for
it.
too. This is a horrible weapon for it. This guy sucks.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
that damage. Holy cow. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is why I wanted them removed.
Nope. Just gotta get good at the NPC fights, who's.
The irony in that statement is absurd.
Spam Bishop War. Fuck this guy.
Hey, I did not give up when I saw Promise Consort Radon Stage 2 at Malekith after Gaius, and I stuck through it and I beat it, okay? So I did get good.
Okay, Dad.
Holy shit, holy damage. Fuck that damage, dude. He hits like a truck.
I didn't notice, did Rambler get the fight done? And Gustav is heading to Mogwin.
I actually didn't see it. Nope. Looks like he died.
Oh, and he heals. Oh, fuck.
So, I'm not going to say anything. I will keep everybody else in suspense, but I do know what is waiting for Gustav at Mog.
Why is he faster than me, dude?
Because I had to check just in
Holy
case the
shit,
players were to
damage.
die to it and then respawn. If they
Well,
were
now
to,
that
it could crash, so I had to check
now that
that.
you say that, it makes me think that it's good, like a entertaining boss.
I plead the fifth.
I will say if Aggie Skishu's here, because I mean it's hard to say Skishu, but like gets trolled. Gustav could come back.
Yep. Oh my god, those are big, massive hits by this.
Yes, he's
He's gonna
absurd.
have to go all blue, man.
And the worst part is, like, even if you figure out how to dodge that stuff, like, sometimes he will just randomly jump. and then you're screwed.
Rambler now choosing to go Tanith. So I believe he did finish the fight.
No, I think he died. I'm not sure. If this was Dark Souls 3 and NPCs couldn't jump, be a better game. I'll say it. Jumping's bad. It makes fighting NPCs horrific.
Can anyone confirm or deny if Rambler died or beat the Placidus X?
I saw his runes in the arena, which makes me think he died.
Gotcha.
Also, he had 0 runes there before killing Ensha, so further adding to the narrative that he died.
So we are gonna go big screen with Gustav for just a second.
Wie gesagt, also die einzigen Sachen, die noch offen sind, okay, jetzt Moog und dann halt Astel Dragonkin. Das war's ja dann schon. Also und ja, der andere Moog.
Red Bear,
Hey,
NPC.
aber mit der Waffe sollte das ja kein Problem sein, ne?
But honestly, with Falx and the actual war for it, I think he should be fine.
Das Scaling?
Wait till he gets hit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this guy's the least.
Okay,
bad.
Chad.
Like he's the worst as in sucks the worst. The other 3 are nightmares. Solitude's like the easiest to dodge, but he'll damn near one-shot you.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Dancer is annoying, and then
Oh,
that fire
DLC-Gegner
move
sind so
will
anstrengend,
one-shot
ne? Und
you.
der hat auch noch eine Flasche,
And
Chad.
Rakshasa is hell.
Yeah, Rakshasa's the worst.
Wie,
one to
Digga,
encounter.
er rollt zweimal, weicht aber
Rambler
70
did
Angriffen
die
aus,
Fight
oder was?
again.
Yeah. For me, I think it sucks.
Ja,
My
und da mache ich
list
aber
is
viel, ne? Er rollt einfach kurz zurück.
honestly. Just because he will randomly jump, and if he jumps, you're just dead.
Ja gut, weil kein Mana mehr. Habe ich noch irgendwie Mana? Ja.
We are gonna go back full screen. Never mind, Aggie died. So
Yeah. Using a Starlight Shard to get his FP
Hey,
back,
yo, yo,
all
shit.
of his resources here.
gotta be resourceful in Rando.
It's quick thinking, actually. I like it a lot. Oh. Runs into the AoE on the bear screen, though.
Woo!
Einfach scheiß auf mich.
He's getting pieced up. Yeah, I mean, if Aggie
Wie spielt man gegen den?
gets stuck here, Gustav can come back.
Jetzt nur am Rollen.
For sure. But they're all
er ist
gonna have
Leo
to
von
deal
der
with Solitary
Matrix.
Knight,
Ist wirklich
so.
Yeah, it's just gonna come
Irgendwie
down
hat dem
to
das
who
nicht
can
viel
kill the
gemacht,
damn
finde
guy
ich.
first.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
the
ein
only
bisschen
thing
schief gelaufen, sage ich.
Aggie is, even though the Merrick's Hammer is not very good on Solitary Knight, it will be very good at blasting through the Death Burst or Death
Yep.
Burst.
Okay, das
And just
juckt
getting
den nicht,
through
dass
that phase too faster.
Oh, bitte hör auf. Imagine, das hätte mich erst noch getroffen, obwohl ich die ganze Zeit weggelaufen bin. Das wäre crazy gewesen, Chat. Ey, er hat es 3-mal hintereinander gemacht, by the way.
And I don't think
Crazy.
his Revenger's Blade will be nearly
Das
as
sieht,
effective on Solitary Knight because he has significantly higher.
Boje, hör auf zu springen! Da kann man nichts
Yeah, the
machen!
Solitary Knight, yeah, you can't get these little micro staggers on him.
Crazy. Mir jetzt nicht deswegen sterben, bitte. Vielen Dank.
So. You can have one piece of candy.
Really? Right, Gustav is
Das hat er sich, den
closing in
Input hat
on
er sich
this.
gespeichert. Meine R2, ja.
Just need to be
Needs to
careful.
be careful
though.
here. Thinks you only want a piece of candy.
Alright, you can have a piece of candy. Oh! Gustav!
Oh,
Ich
Gustav!
kann das alles nicht mehr, ne?
Ah,
Das ist so skilllose Scheiße,
He has the
Mann.
red bear up against the ropes, but the bear fights back.
and he gets
Drecksgame,
it.
Junge. Fucking hate
And he gets
everything gerade.
Let's see his reaction.
Einfach die ganze... Das geht einfach nur noch weiter.
Alright,
But he got the key.
he got the key. Now he's gotta go check
Gut,
it.
nicht starten.
We're gonna
know
stay
the
on him.
Then the
Du
million-dollar
sagst ohne
question is,
running
will
around.
he
I
check
don't
the
know, man.
Embiid key?
Alles so scheiße. Bitte sei jetzt hier was drin. Nein.
Also, let's check in with Aggie. Aggie's fighting Solitude again.
Yep. I just had to see Gustav's
yeah.
reaction there.
Check the key! He still needs one more because he hasn't
Oh,
checked the
man.
Liurnia imbued. Also, Rambler just killed Plassey.
GG Rambler.
Aggie's down to 1 flask here. But actually is using this Ash nicely, figuring out.
Oh my god, he needs to be very careful.
Oh my! He's one shot. Even with this health pot, I think that's not enough health, I don't think. This guy hits too much.
Nice.
Nice
Fuck
job,
you.
Aggie.
Fuck you.
Nicely done, Aggie.
Exactly, Snarf. We were
Piece of
mentioning that
shit.
earlier. There's a lot of weapons that are not normally being used right now, and everybody is using a different weapon, which is also really nice to see.
And Gustav is going Dragon King. Gustav's actually going to get 4 without doing the imbued.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just bad luck for him that he forgot about the existence of it, or just doesn't know the existence of that check.
Or maybe he thought he already picked it up. Right?
He
Like
could,
that, like
yeah.
I did that in the second race, in the first race after the qualifiers. Like I was like at one point I was like, wait, why the hell haven't I killed Radon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly, Helios. I agree. There's no meta weapons this seed. I mean, there's great stars, but none of them have really been fully committed to it.
Well, yeah, except Rambo. Rambo was the only one going the smithing route, but he never found great stars.
That's a potential for another season, Snarf, like do weapon limitations or something like that. Like we can ban a few meta weapons, just kind of force people to use weapons they don't normally use.
But yeah, Gustav will need a. Gustav's gonna need Aggie to get stuck here.
Yep.
If Aggie dies a few times,
I could, Helios. All right, Aggie is first to Ferrum by quite a large margin of time. And like Hooser said, Gustav will need a massive skill issue by Aggie here. And it also depends on where Rambler decides to go. If Rambler decides to go Dragonkin next.
and it depends on where Gustav decides to go. Because if Gustav goes Estelle instead of Dragonkin, that'd be really bad.
Really bad for him if he decides to go Estelle over Dragonkin. And I'm sure Aggie is going to be surprised, but maybe not that surprised if he wins this.
I'm pretty sure this is Estelle.
Well, what I typically do is I get the Estelle, like the Grace that's the in-between, and then I go back up the ladder to Dragonkin, and I usually go Dragonkin before Estelle, so we may see him do that here, which would be the smartest play to be able to keep his options open for both. So if he goes left here, he's going Dragonkin. If he goes right, he's going to the Grace or Estelle. All right, so he is going...
if Aggie wins this, that means it'll be me, Aggie, Helios, and Vikrash?
Yep.
Okay, that's good, because Aggie and Helios are susceptible to bribes.
Ah. Yeah, that 4-person matchup is going to be intense.
Yeah. It will be, for sure.
We'll see, Helios. You never know. You're a heck of a player yourself, so I wouldn't count yourself out. All right, so Gustav is going to Dragonkin, so he will get his Great Rune here at Dragonkin. He is very, very far behind at this point, though.
Yeah. But if Aggie gets stuck, if there's something horrific here, you know, Gustav can make up the ground.
To be determined, SFFP. The next rando race is to be determined. Rambler is going to Elmer. But yeah, we will have the 4 players schedule it, and then I will post an announcement on when that match is going to be. As long as I can get it scheduled in a quick enough time, then I will have an announcement at least a couple days beforehand. If they don't get it scheduled in quick enough time, then I may I'll just do it as soon as
Well-
they get it scheduled. So
I'll tell you now, I'm good for whenever that's a reasonable time of day.
okay. Rambler really focused on that flower there. Luckily, that flower has not seen him. We will go big screen on Aggie as we have Red Wolf in the Godskin Duo arena.
Speaking of the commentary, Rambler was talking with the other day, or he was talking to Helios. He said that rando commentary is a lot more tiring than bingo commentary. I vehemently disagree, but granted, I'm also the one pressing all the buttons when I do the bingo commentary, so I'm probably gonna think about a lot more stuff. Rando feels easy. Except
Well done, Aggie.
I gotta do a Bale impression and kill my voice.
He does get both Smithing and Somberstone Minor Bell Bearing number 4 out of that. So if he was missing either the 7 or 8, then he is good now.
Yeah. And Gustav is at the Dragon King of Noxtella fight.
Yep, we'll go big screen on him as he gets this fight and gets his 4th Great Rune.
Bonk.
Oh my.
His damage is astronomical. Gives us a little thumbs up.
Oh,
And he's
Alter,
happy.
der erste Check, den wir machen, Chat. Oh shit.
Man, if he just checked in Buki, he would have been really close to Aggie.
It would have been so extremely close if he had done that.
And what's crazy is Rambler said he wanted to go off meta, but just didn't go off meta enough.
Yep. People are typically scared away from having to go Dragonkin.
Yeah, it sucks.
A Rambler thought he got a great... Oh, he's going Haligtree. Rambler's going Haligtree. Oh, no.
Fun fact, there's nothing there. Let me confirm.
Wait, I thought you said there was one at Haligtree.
Nope, because there's one in... Wait, maybe there is one.
I'm pretty sure you said there was one there.
There's one in Ferrum. No, there is one in Haligtree. Yeah, there is one.
Do you know if it's at Melania or Loretta?
Oh, let me check.
Aggie bird skip on screen now. If you need to learn the bird skip.
Melania.
He's going to go all the way to Melania.
Yeah.
Oh, Rambler, you poor, poor, sweet summer child.
Of course. This shit
Just
again.
go Dragonkin,
This fucking
Rambler.
shit again. Where the fuck am I? Oh, you bastard.
No, just
Oh,
give
you
up on
fucking
bird skip.
bastard. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I lost once because of this shit. Fuck it. Fuck it.
He's going for it again.
This is what we live for.
He really is just so unlucky. He was so lucky in the beginning. He had 3 while the others were sitting at 1 or 2 for the longest time. And just sadly did not do off meta enough.
1,000 milligrams of paracetamol. 1,000 milligrams.
And see, this is why I like to do the bird skip without a weapon, because I just feel like you stay on that ledge a little bit more likely to stay on it.
Rando-Race. I'm retiring from Rando-Race, I feel.
The second ledge, this one here is where I slide off. You punch. I always punch on the second ledge.
I never have to punch.
It seems like a weird thing. I never had to punch before the DLC. And then after the DLC, I was like, yo, did they patch the skip?
Yeah, he always wears a very fancy suit when he does commentary.
Yeah, but I'll finish my bird skip and I'll explain that.
Yeah,
yeah, once the DLC dropped, like I kept sliding off at like not the big jump, but the first jump after it. So now I punch every time, and I've never fallen off since. But
Sorry, I just wanted to really quickly. I've also got a fancy shirt on, but this is not a tux
Yeah.
like his. I don't own a tux, but this is the fanciest shirt I do own. So
Yeah, my parents used to own restaurant. They used to own a restaurant. They don't anymore now. They work in the fitness industry. So my parents traded in, you know, business casual for sweatpants, and as a result, when I moved back to the Midwest, closer to home. And I was at my parents' house, and then my dad was like, "Hey, I have like 30 sport coats. Do you
Please be
want
dead,
them?"
but
And
I
I
don't
was like,
think they're
"Yes,
there.
please."
oh, nice.
So now I have a lot.
Ooh, another BBK.
The
Yeah.
most wholly resistant boss in the world.
Let's see. His damage honestly could be so much worse. I think he'll do fine.
Well, it's kind of weird because he's getting really good damage off the strike and really bad damage off the holy. So
Yep.
it's like kind of averages out.
Ooh, misses that jump attack. And now we could see Rambler choose to go through the Moog portal here instead of going to Melania. So we could, if he does that, it would be faster for him.
What? That hit me?
Yeah, I maybe could have. There's a chance I could have won yesterday if I went Moog Portal.
I think you would have won if you had gone Moog portal, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
If I recall, the Moog fight was something really easy. Nobody ended up
Yeah.
going to it, but when I checked
Jumper to greed.
to see if it crashes, it was something really easy.
Yeah. See, the reason why I didn't though is because my
Switch
logic
weapons.
was like,
He's gonna switch weapons.
even if it's not a great rune, like Pureblood Knight's Metal could be at Leonine, and I'd be equally screwed, right?
Mhm.
Greedy plays.
So I felt like
Stab.
Haligtree, like,
Run.
you know,
Slash.
was safe for not
R1.
being screwed. Because genuinely, the only way, the only way it would have made sense is quite literally if Pureblood Knight's Metal was at Estelle.
By the way, Rambler is going to
Pureblood
Moog.
Knights,
Jump away.
nice.
Get the cool finish here. No, I can't finish. Eesh.
Well done, Aggie.
Yeah,
What
he
is
did a
stage
really
2?
nice job with that
Dapper.
one.
Ooh,
Not an easy fight, and definitely
okay.
a longer one. Oh
Yeah, this one.
God,
Does he have crystal darts?
I hate.
Got
He
this
does.
crystal darts.
He has just enough.
Wait, never mind, it's fine. If you don't have crystal darts, this sucks. If you have crystal darts, it's free.
Yeah, come on. Watch this shit, boy.
We got really lucky with the
Push this shit,
RNG.
boy.
Oh, they killed each other, I think. Or he got the stagger.
Yeah, one health, and then he
Another
just
great
finished it
Hey,
off. Very
there's
nice.
number 5. Let's
Thank
go.
you for kind and merciful Lord.
Oh, it's so wonderful. Yeah, the RNG on that was just really lucky. He really didn't have to do anything in that fight. Rambler finds a Lord's room. Sadly, it's not going to help him. I do believe that sadly, Rambler has no chance in winning this, sadly. Yep, I think this is GG for Aggie, barring massive incident for sure. We will go full screen
Das
for the
kann
moment
also
on
wirklich-
Gustav as he fights the Deathbird,
Kann nicht besser laufen, Chat.
Death Rightbird. But when Aggie approaches this Gideon fight, we will switch back to him. Oh my God, Gustav's damage
geht grad
is
so noch klar,
insane
ne?
with that determination.
Yeah, well, it's a 60% damage buff, right? So it's basically 1.6 charge heavies.
Yeah.
Okay. Ich wollte nicht den Repost schnell nehmen.
I think he should have used determination there and then got the repost. We
It
are
doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't matter because the first hit of the repost, which does like no damage.
with
would have eaten the
Royal Knight's
determination.
Resolve, it doesn't eat the.
Oh, really?
Ich würde sagen, von
Never mind, I'm wrong then. I thought it did.
Big screen on Aggie as he approaches Gideon replacement.
It's a spawner. I mean, the worst possible thing would be like
This means
Diaz
Zion or
champs or
some
like
shit.
Lord of Blood, I think.
Well, I don't think balls will be
Actually,
a
Lord
problem
of Blood
for
isn't a
Aggie.
Lord of Blood isn't a spawner. It's sewer mode.
Yep.
Grab the
Oh,
Zion.
or it could be Invis Assassin.
It could be, and he just doesn't see it. No, we got Estelle again. And this one will be fake Estelle. So this is going to be the one that you really need to be
Yeah.
careful with the grab.
Head? Oh, the head is over.
Yeah, fake Estelle is literally the harder one. Yeah, Ishi really wants Elden Bulls. Ishi's been waiting for Elden. Every time I do a rando race, Ishi's like, today's gonna be the day. It's Elden Bulls.
Come on.
Yeah.
This arena just sadly not really doing any favors here.
Oh, this weapon actually staggers me a lot. So it's,
Nice.
of course.
Oh.
Piece of shit.
Just puts his face
What?
in the pillar.
Yeah. Dude, his body's like out of. He might glitch through the arena somehow. Like half his body's in the fucking.
In the void.
Pardon my French. The void.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm just ruining any chance of getting sponsorship from a
Stagger.
well, I can't think of a ginger hair dyes. I don't know. I was trying to
Ginger hair dyes.
Yeah.
ADR.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, look, if you're gonna get a sponsorship, like I figured you'd get like some sort of like
Something
know.
ginger related.
yeah, like like a brand that specializes in hair dye
What?
for
Where's your Meteor?
That was a really quick
Gingers.
stagger.
Okay, here we go. Teleport.
or maybe like a sunscreen.
You have a business proposition for me? Let's hear it.
Yeah, I have none. I'm just saying, potential sponsors. But
I'm gonna go in. It did, but it didn't hit me at all.
my business proposition for you was you to start a rando league, and it's been going well. So I'm out of ideas.
Dude, Aggie made really quick work of that, Estelle. That was so beautifully played there by Aggie. Well done. Gustav does first try the Fire Giant fight, so that
Yeah.
does help him make up some time on Aggie. But Aggie is just so far ahead right now that...
Yeah. Yeah, Aggie really pieced that up.
Mm-hmm. We will go full screen with Rambler for the moment until Aggie gets into this next fight.
Isha's gonna actually look decent that year, except for that Mio guy. She's an idiot.
You mean Estelle? Or, freaking
Tish.
Tish.
I said Tish.
You said like Tisha or something like that. Or Isha, I think is what you said. So I wasn't sure.
Get your ears checked.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes though. Sometimes, like, with the rando, like if it's on the main path, then it's a more direct speed run. But you know what you're signing up for,
Yep.
right? Like there's always a chance that it can come down to luck. Just of course, if you're faster, then you have effectively more lottery tickets, right? But there's always a chance it can come down to luck.
That damage was really nice with that Ash Roar there.
I'm telling you, it's a good weapon.
You're making me
yeah.
a believer. It's just that it's so difficult to get online.
Not really.
Isn't it quite stat heavy? My God.
I mean, it's high, but it's not.
Okay, that's
It's 20 strength, 12 dex, 19 faith.
that's fine.
So it's really not that bad. So with two-handing, it's 14 strength, 12 dex, 19. 14, 12, 19. Like, that's bad. It's not great.
No,
but
you're
it's not horrible.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's just some of these starting classes tend to have really low faith, so
Yeah.
guess you'd have to have a class that starts with decent faith. Honestly, I would use this if the situation was right.
Need a charger to you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Ordovis and G-Halb, just a little bit less strength and a little bit more faith. Like, if you go Vagabond, you can wield it natively in terms of the physicals. And then, or maybe you need one or two levels of dex. No, 12, you're good. You can wield it natively in terms of physicals. And then you just need a decent chunk of faith.
Cool finisher.
But yeah, Aggie is doing the business here.
Oh yeah. Rambler's still fighting this boss here.
Yeah, his weapon's really starting to fall off.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
We will be going back full screen with Aggie as he approaches this next fight.
Yep. Because he will be playing for the match. Of course, Red Bear's dodging this. I just hope Rambler gets 4 before Aggie finishes.
I earned this. Come on. Tibia Mariner
though.
into Death Right Bird.
Tibia Mariner into
Please,
Death
please,
Right
please.
Bird is his hope.
Tibia Mariner into Death Right Bird. Tibia Mariner.
Ooh, Margit, okay.
At least it's not Morgoth.
Yeah, if it was Morgoth, that would be a little bit more entertaining. But I'll take a Margit.
Dude. Oh my god. He's so holy resistant. She's transitioning? Oh my god. We need each other too. Fuck it.
He's doing this fight very well.
Fuck me, Boomer Dur, fuck me, Boomer
Saying fuck you to Boomer Derp there. Its stagger is so ever elusive. There he goes. He gets it.
Fuck is that attack, man?
Oh,
That hit
big
me?
hit there.
That would kill me if it hit.
Poise probe, yeah, poise reset.
Such
Yeah.
so shady.
Yeah, his weapon here just is not doing him any favors because he is very
No.
holy resistant.
No, it's not that. It's that it's a hammer. So you got to be aggressive for stance breaks with hammers, and he's being too passive.
Yeah,
He's
right.
got his poise reset.
Tibia
I mean,
Mariner.
holy matters a little bit, but he's not that resistant
Tibia
to holy. It's like
Mariner.
40 holy versus 20
Oh,
other.
Cemetery Shade. Wow.
He one-shots this.
If he
Oh,
can
I
hit it.
fucking throw this. I have to one-shot him. I have to one-shot him. Come on, come on, come on. I have to one-shot him. I earned this! I earned
Not the
this.
one shot.
Fucking
Wait,
America's
what?
hammer.
All right, Aggie, you're struggling right now on a Cemetery Shade.
Aggie, just do the loop.
Sorry,
Just
just do
backstab
it.
him. I hope he
okay.
gets grabbed and dies for trying to be a show off here.
He's showing off is what he's doing right now, and he needs to just do the backstab loop.
Oh, oh, oh. Of course.
They're glass cannons. They deal a lot of damage, but they're not very tanky, but their damage is something not to scoff at.
Fuck it.
There he goes. He gets it.
Nicely done, Aggie.
GG
Nicely done.
Aggie.
219.
Yeah,
was the
219.
worst
The
time
others are
ever.
past that. So,
Rando-Ring.
sadly for them, it is Jover. So we are going to go ahead and pull Aggie in
And
here as he
because
finishes up.
Ginger hasn't told me to show my in-game time.
How was he only at 219?
GG Aggie. Very well played.
GG's. GG's. Thank you. Thank you.
Gustav, that
was I
is
first to finish?
GG's, good sir.
Yes.
Alright, GG's,
Yeah.
man.
Aggie is the first to finish. Guys, that was an intense seed.
Yeah.
That was something to watch. My goodness. Those great runes were very difficult to find, but you guys all did
Yeah.
really good there. Uh, Aggie,
Hello.
let's start with you, my friend. How do you feel about your victory today
Yeah.
and moving on to the semifinals?
I'm just glad, you know, I expected the seed to be a bunch of deaf birds, because it has always been like that. So I pick America's Hammer, and then it's just a bunch of holy resistant bosses.
Yeah, but I mean, your weapon, even though the Holy Resistance did you no favors there, you still cleaned up the bosses really well, and I don't
Yeah,
really think you died much there in the end.
yeah, I didn't. I don't think I died since Fire Giant, the
Yeah,
Black Gel
Solitude
Knight.
Knights. Yeah.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
sucks.
he gave you some trouble for sure.
Also,
Yeah.
Gustav, I felt so bad for you. Um,
Why?
4 belfries.
Yeah, uh, you just
Oh, did I
completely
forget? Did I forget the impute sword key?
you did,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
and
was
it was a
your.
Oh,
great
okay.
run.
Honestly, you
Oh my
probably
god.
would have won if you had just
Yeah,
gone there.
it would have been very close. Yeah.
All right. Well, I, I I don't know. I forgot it.
Yeah, we were
I,
thinking that you
Yeah.
either forgot it or just didn't know about it because we knew that you were well versed in the DLC rando racing, but not so much in the regular base game rando racing. So,
oh, I am. I just forgot.
oh, okay, you just forgot about it. Yeah, we were contemplating what was going on there, and that was yeah, that's rough for you for sure.
Oh, that's all
Um,
right.
I will say, Rambler, you had 3 great runes, and both Gustav and Aggie only had one for quite a while, and you were playing so well. Your off meta checks really played into your hands there, and then you decided to start doing the really meta checks, and just
Yeah.
sadly avoided Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella, and it just sadly didn't pay off for
Oh
you.
yeah. I didn't want to go there. Such a long fight. Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to do the off meta just enough that I would potentially get an advantage. Like because if it's a Red Wolf, for example, then Rigo probably puts me ahead. But well, it is what
Yep.
it is.
Yep. And we did think it was very interesting how Small Moose had Moog Medallion, which led into Discarded Palace Key, which then had the Great Rune. We thought that was pretty funny.
I didn't do small moves.
Yeah, we saw you go
Yeah,
through the portal,
you
but
just went to
Gustav did
Moog.
Small
Yeah.
Moose.
Yeah. So
You
you
went to
guys
Moog
know?
from the teleporter,
Yeah.
Yes.
like the Helix Tree Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, he went all the way there. Either way, he would have gotten one because after Aggie found his fourth, we decided to look up where the others were, and Melania had one, and so did Discarded Palace Key Chest. And then, of course,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that you guys got.
Wait, that only accounts for like where also
Malik.
Dragon King had one.
Yeah, Malekith had the last.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did like reasonably well.
Yeah,
I
you did
didn't
quite well,
play.
Rambler,
Rambler.
your
Yeah.
setup, we were very impressed with it. The damage from that ice spear was a lot, and then switching to Sword of Night in between. We really enjoyed your setup. It was fun to watch. But yeah, how do you, let's get your thoughts, Rambler. How do you feel about the seed and your performance today?
It was interesting, right? Because it was very easy up until the. I mean, I died a few times due to like negligence, but it was very easy up until the more fight, which was very easy. But and then like there was like a little bit of trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I went so they ended up like paying off because if I go Academy or if I go Stormvale too soon, it would be so much more difficult. So I think I found like a good balance in doing that, those checks, normal checks first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up like being capital. I don't know if from what you're saying, I got the third before they got into capital.
Yeah, you got through Capital before they even got their second.
Yeah, so yeah, that would have been an advantage. And the damage, like I was surprised because my halberd is not maxed. Like it's plus 16 for the most time.
Yeah, your damage
So
was astronomical.
yeah, I spear is like fantastic.
I do want to say one more thing. How did you guys enjoy the little lore game for you with the Placidusax and Bale in the same arena? I thought that was absolutely fantastic. We loved that. The lore
Yeah,
implications.
Good
I was
surprise.
very
Good
sad to
surprise.
die right in the end
Yeah,
of the fight.
we noticed that you had
Oh,
died,
damn.
and that was rough. Gustav, how do you feel about the seed in your performance today?
I feel so lost in these random races without bias. I don't know what to do. I'm just running around and killing stuff. And I don't know, like
Yeah.
after 1.5 hours, I had one great rune. That didn't feel good.
Mhm.
I felt so down
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
to
the
be fair,
decision on that is if you have zero bias, it just feels more random.
Yeah, of course. And I
yeah,
don't like that. But that's all right.
yeah. To be fair, like also there is like a meta, like there is like a meta to it, and honestly, you mostly followed like the meta route, and like
Yep.
you perform beautifully. Um, it's just like
If you forget something,
yeah,
that's
I
kinda...
mean,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
if
that's
you
true.
watched my if you well if you forget something, yeah, but like if you watched my match yesterday, like was serious, like we had the same type of seed where it's like I'd say probably 90% of the time or more on those mainline checks you're getting your great runes, then you're good to go. But there is like a chance where you know it's just off the beaten path and it just kind of turns into a war of random checks.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
all right if you guys like that. I'm I'm not mad or something. That's all right.
I mean, you played beautifully, Gustav.
Thank you.
We were very impressed this entire tournament with your performance, and you really proved why you were a competitor in Randomania. And yeah, it was very entertaining to watch you.
But by the way, did you win the? What happened? Were there playoffs for Randomania?
No, not really. We were tied for second place with
Yeah.
two other teams.
Okay. And you
And,
finished second, right?
Yeah, they had to play out who is allowed to play against us because we won the head-to-heads,
Yeah.
and then we won the last game too.
Okay, yeah. Because I knew you beat Aggie and Kata, but I was confused if that was like a semifinal or what exactly that was.
No, there wouldn't be any playoffs.
Okay, got it.
Gotcha. Well, either way, chat loved every one of your guys' performances. We loved your guys' performance. You guys all played beautifully.
That's awesome.
And that's what this is all about, right? It's just having fun and putting on a good show. So you guys did amazing, and we're all very impressed with each one of you.
Thanks.
Yes.
But yeah, that is it for week 2, guys. We do have our finalists our semifinalists. They will be competing sometime next week. We will get them scheduled, and as soon as they get their schedule determined, we'll get them all together to get a big match in. This will be a 4-person race, and the first and second place performers get to move on to the finals to face Sirius. Sirius has won each game that he's participated in, so he is automatically in the finals. While Hooser, Aggie, Vakrosh, and Helios are going to compete at some point this week to determine who is going to be going to the finals. So that'll be a very interesting matchup. It'll be the only 4-person matchup of the tournament. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Aggie, make sure to send me your Venmo so I know where to send the bribe to.
Yeah, you got it, man.
If anyone has
Yeah,
any closing thoughts or questions, please go ahead and speak up now. Otherwise, we will go ahead and call it.
I do. Follow these guys. They're freaking
yes,
awesome.
Please.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get you their
all
shout outs.
their information is in the title of the commentary. I saw Aggie was at like 1 follower away from affiliate. It'd be really nice if you could support these guys. And thank you all so much for watching.
Yes, very much. Thank you
Dude,
to
I swear to God,
everybody.
you
I will
froze on
give
my
you
screen.
guys a special
What
shout
the
out for them. But again, like Hooser said, everybody's
Hang on,
names
Maya,
are
what the
in
fuck?
the title of the stream. If you guys can, please
Augie,
go
are you,
give them a follow.
you're
They're
streaming,
all
right?
absolutely
Yeah, yeah.
amazing content creators,
We
really
just
good,
froze again. We
amazing
have it
people.
again.
So I highly
3
implore
times.
you all to go give
Okay,
them
there
a
we go.
follow.
Yeah,
And
he
as
did.
well as
He
Hooser,
did. Yeah,
please
I'm
go and
looking on
give
you.
Hooser a follow
Yeah,
as
you
well.
watching, right?
I wouldn't have been able
What's
to
on
do
him
this
now?
tournament as
Yeah,
well
that's
if it wasn't for him and all the help that he's given me during this. So please go and give him a follow as well.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it's
thank
the
you, Ginger. I
moveset
really
of
appreciate that.
Of course.
Oh, I
No, thank
cannot-
you, man. I mean, you've helped me out a
I
lot.
cannot
Like
say
this whole
that.
overlay was
Link is
you.
on
You've
chat.
commentated
I'll
twice.
say that.
I couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. Yeah, and
Right
with
on.
that, we will call that the end of match number 3. Thank you guys for
Which
coming,
doesn't
and I
have-
will see you guys in the next one.
Thank you.
Of course, and Gustav,
Yeah.
do keep
Thank
a
you.
heads
Yes,
up. There
everyone.
will be more tournaments in the future. Do keep in mind they will most likely continue to be zero bias. We may do a vote on it, but
I would like to vote to add bias, and I know there's a portion of the community that would like to vote to add bias. So we will
and in
see.
that case, we will hold it to a vote on if we will add bias or not. So if you
Gustav,
keep an eye out for that,
you're,
Gustav.
you're welcome to join the Democratic Party of Bias.
Yep. Yep, I do want the
don't even know
players
what
to have a
bias
big
is.
say in what they do, because this is not a
Maybe.
dictatorship. I'm not gonna just completely be
Oh
like,
my
nope, it's my way or the highway. I do like to hold stuff to a vote. So for the next tournament, we will hold it to a vote on bias and a few other options. So yeah,
Ich kann das alles nicht mehr.
with that
Dieser
note, we
eine
will go ahead and
Riese,
call it.
ne?
I will switch over to a different scene, and then we will find a raid target.
All right, goodbye.
All right, bye everybody.
Please.
Good night, everyone.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Hooser.